a dire badger?
Yeah, dude. Badgers are the shit.
You just need to give me some like magical power.
Are you guys thinking of wild shapes, or what's happening here?
Yes, exactly.
Why would he need to be a badger?
A dire badger? Something, inconspicuous, but also very dangerous.
Well, you could. I mean, the danger usually increases with the size of the creature, so it's kind of hard to mix the two.
We gotta homebrew that. Like a murder hornet would be pretty sweet.
Right.
Yeah, well, you could, maybe have high damage, but you'd still only have like 1 HP.
He's very evasive.
Yeah,
you could have high AC, but the second a fireball comes through, doesn't matter if you land the save, you are gonna be crisp. Okay, I can't remember if today was the day that Matt wasn't gonna be here. And we're still waiting for Leif. Did you guys read the session summary that Laurel wrote up? It's pretty fucking helpful.
Reading it now.
It's very condensed.
Yeah, full of very good information. Fuck, I might as well write this shit down. Like, it's essentially a paraphrase of notes I've already written up, but it's almost better organized than my own notes, which are fucking scattered all over the place with like contradictory plot points, and it's pretty fucking great.
Gee, thanks, friend.
I may need to bounce early today. My mother-in-law is down here, but they're at the beach now. But when they come back, we'll be doing stuff, so I'll probably bounce.
It's alright. Dylan, chat with me for... Well, wait, I got the stream already running. I'll message you.
Okay.
Ooh, secrets.
Nah, dude. Just stuff behind the scenes.
Just don't want to bore us with like logistical conversations.
Yeah, that's the idea.
So how bad is that missile gonna kill us? That's the question.
I wonder why that area of the docks on the left part is called Dragon Beach.
There's like some historical reason. I didn't cover that
Dope
thing up because I think it's still a good title for the beach.
Mm-hmm.
The basic blurb is that beach is full of crime and danger. And that's where all of the various pirate faction ships are docked.
Oh, okay.
Well, not all of them, but a number of them.
It's really sad to read about all the pickpocketing that went on.
Oh yeah, you're kind of quiet, Gert.
Yeah, I'm eating, so my microphone is kind of far away from me.
Oh, got it.
Unless you want to hear me chew.
Yeah, no, I don't. So I appreciate it.
Oh, cool.
You guys like your big glowing token on the map? Nah, some lighting effects.
That's fucking awesome.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, I think that was the one thing when we were traveling through like the Lurkwood is if I zoomed too far out on the map, I could never find out where we were.
Well, that's why you gotta zoom in on the map.
So true.
Slave here yet?
No.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I'm on Discord, but I'm not in front of my computer right now, so I just have Foundry pulled up on my phone for the moment.
Nice.
Crafty.
Very crafty.
Wait, you said you have it up on your phone? How's that look?
It's still loading, but I'll let you know in a second.
Yeah, I don't even know if it works for mobile. I'd be really surprised if it was functional at all.
Yeah, it's not. I can see an image, but I can't really like move it around or anything. So I would be totally dependent on things taking place in just like one quadrant of the map.
Well, I'll just redesign all of the encounters. It's fine. Whatever you need.
Yeah. All the ones we aren't gonna do too, please.
Yeah, right? Holy shit. You know how many encounters are like... You know how many scenes are sitting in like the maybe queue right now? Like just up top? Like I have no idea if you're gonna go there. I'm at like 25. And that's just what I thought you
Holy
might
shit.
do today. Like, could be this, could go to this place. Including
It's wild.
legitimately fully spec'd out dungeons. So,
So the dissertation had to like back burner this week.
shh, shh, shh. It's not on the record.
No, John, take Disney movies or whatever, they write all this music for it, and if it doesn't find its way in, they don't chuck it. They like put it in a file and use it in a later movie.
Yeah.
So you're basically planning out future campaigns with all this stuff.
Oh, yeah, dude. Actually, you know what's funny about that is I started reading some of our first, like, the things we co-wrote, like, from early in the campaign, and, like, rooms full of items with, like, lore background that you guys never explored or investigated at all. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot I wrote out a whole thing on that. I might as well put that somewhere else.
The mysteries of bread.
I have a whole list of, like, clues to uncover based on various investigation levels in Zymorvin Hall. Like, oh, don't worry about that anymore. Hey. Anyways.
I think that was our biggest fuck up. Fucking Hall of a Grand Wizard, and we were just like, alright, time to go.
Yeah, I was a little bit blown away by that. But then I thought about it, and it was like, I guess it was kind of, your group is weird, in that there aren't, like, I don't know. It's like a lot of people have reasons to not be interested in major things. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to explain it, but...
Yeah, I think if I remember, Isolde looked around inside, but she was just looking around for signs of the wizard. And
Yeah.
she didn't do very well. So
The
she's
people
like,
with
"Okay."
high investigation are a robot who's not materialistic, so he's not looking for things, and a artificer who is oblivious to the world and doesn't care about things that aren't automatons. So it is kind of like just a rare.
What a crew.
And you don't have any like materialistic rogues or anything like that. You have just like goody two shoes and non-materialist folks.
Society would function so much better.
I know.
And then whenever we try to be materialistic, we just bomb our investigation rolls.
It's true. It's true.
To be fair, if there had been like lore about that wizard being like a master brewer, there is nothing in the universe that could have kept Joha from going inside that place.
You joke. But there wasn't lore. There definitely was an endless flask in there.
Fuck!
I was like, he's gonna have this bougie endless flask of fancy whiskey, because why wouldn't he? He's a fucking rich wizard. Anyways.
Excellent.
So, I guess everybody's here. Yeah, now that I've told you what's in there. Well, now it's gonna be confiscated by the wizards who came to investigate it after you guys, kind of didn't investigate it. So that's on you. You're gonna have to talk to Taryn about that shit.
Drinking is he's been fine. He doesn't need an endless flask.
Oh, so Matt is gonna be here for this session.
Yeah, I've been here.
Well, I wasn't sure if you were actually gonna be here for it. I couldn't remember.
That's all right. Yeah. No, I'm leaving like on Tuesday probably. We'll see.
Okay. So, unfortunately,
you don't.
I killed
do
your
what
character.
You need to do, though.
No, you're good.
Yeah, great. Okay, cool.
No, I
hear that we could use a really materialistic rogue, so...
That's a really good point. Okay, let me get some water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, the fact that we had a rogue and a pirate at one point.
Yeah.
Would totally change all of our interactions if they were still here.
Yeah, that was a different universe. It's like the hardest part about being in this town is that we all have to pretend to actually be adventurers that are normal when we're actually kind of not. We're not a normal adventuring party. Although, like, we'll fucking kill some people, but not for the normal, like, adventuring party reasons.
True. Yeah, when the Pirate Queen referred to us as treasure hunters, I was like, sure.
Yeah, let's go with that.
There was definitely
But if that's what we are, we are bad at it.
There was definitely
to be fair, you literally joined a guild that just makes money off of going and doing shit. So you basically are treasure hunters.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, without any of the upsides, I guess, yeah.
Well, without the mystery of, like, the end world thing we're trying to stop. But, you know, that's neither here nor there.
Whoa, what's all this about the end of the world? What? I mean, nobody ever said anything about that. Okay. So, hope everybody read the summary. Laurel posted it. It's great. Helped me. And, yeah, just to do a even briefer recap, you guys are sort of at a crossroads, which has been great to plan for, where you have to decide sort of what your next move is. You currently have a few kind of pending quests that you haven't sort of selected, either to work for Benji, acquiring a griffin's egg, to work for Gilgamesh, doing you're not sure what. There was an offer from Kilmane, but it seemed vague and you haven't pursued it. And then a very specific order from the Queen to pursue a sort of long quest to get to what's basically Old Gunderlin, the Isle where her father currently resides, and basically infiltrate his fortress, if you will, to kill him. And those are like the 3 or 4 standing things that you've been thinking about. On top of that, there's also the possibility of investigating the ruins of the host tower, and then there's you have knowledge of these ruins of Illusk, which potentially have the portal that you came here in the beginning to close. And that is your current situation. You guys are in the frozen rudder, so let me throw you to that scene. Am I right that we're at the frozen rudder? I forgot exactly.
Yeah.
Sitting at our table.
Tavern time. Is there a better tavern song? I submit no. And so, you guys crowded around this table, sort of discussing what your next move is going to be. Yeah.
And
Oh, go ahead.
just to refresh my memory, you said that Gilgamesh was here in the tavern? Like we've seen him around? Okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we should probably talk to Gilgamesh.
Yup.
So, Taryn will do that if anyone wants to come with.
Yeah, I think we should at least find out what he wants.
Joe off will come with.
Whole gang.
So as you sort of approach this corner, Gilgamesh, who's sort of still flicking that energy between his fingers, it's like an icy blue color. He looks up to you and says, well, you've brought the whole gang.
Yeah, they are interested in what you're offering.
Very well. Have a seat. And they kind of all scoot in. As you sit down, this big fella next to you, Taryn.
Why did we bring Missile? Just
he brought himself. The big fellow with the eye patch sitting next to Taryn kind of like eyes you up and down, looking at your scales, and notices for the first time that they're very similar to Gilgamesh's, and he sort of looks back and forth like, ooh? And Gilgamesh turns to Taryn and says, are you interested in what I was talking about before?
I'm interested in hearing the details before making any decision, but we may be.
Very well. It should be known that the details concerning this mission should not leave this room. If I find out you're telling people about the things me and my crew get up to, there will be consequences.
We're good at keeping secrets.
And then he sort of like looks at each one of you to kind of gauge your faces to see if you all look trustworthy. And he stops on Missile and sort of eyeballs you.
I smile and wave.
He says, very well. I don't have to tell you that there's a considerable amount of power that can be gained from dealing with dragons. And he gestures towards your scales and says, It appears that you've already slain your fair share.
Terran nods. Said a few.
Very well. I'm looking to go after a rather big dragon. And after seeing what your squad was able to do in the pit, I think you could help. And he sort of looks to see your responses.
And Terran kind of leans in, so he's like clearly intrigued. He says, "What dragon?"
It's an ancient dragon. Goes by the name of Clouth.
What is he?
He's an ancient red. Lives up in the spires. Or sorry, the spine.
A creature such as that is no small opponent. You're confident that we can handle such a creature?
Dragons are brutal, and the older they get, the more brutal they get. And Clouth is, well, especially powerful, given that he's as smart as he is old. And yet, there's just one of him. I know he lives in solitary, so all we need to do is get to where he is, surround him, and hit him with everything we've got. And then he turns to Terran and says, the essence of an ancient red dragon like that could unlock untold potential in people like you and me. And there would be more than enough to go around.
Terran nods and goes, that will still be quite an undertaking. Do you have more allies?
I have my crews. We would essentially hit it with one ship worth of my crew and any allies you'd be willing to bring along.
Terran nods again and goes, between the essence and the horde, there is more than enough reward for everyone involved.
Yes. The treasure that Clouth has is, well, it's more than enough to buy all of Luskin 5 times over.
Is that your intention? To use the coin to gain power in Luskin?
I don't mean to offend, but I don't have much interest in sharing my intentions past this mission.
Understandable. Can I insight check him?
Yeah. He is telling the truth that he does not want to tell you anything past his... Unless you were trying to insight check something else.
I was just trying to get a read on whether, like, how comfortable he was. If he thought we were, like, honestly trying to press him about stuff.
He doesn't seem uneasy or anything like that.
Okay.
When does this expedition set off?
Well, that is, up to you, I suppose. My men are ready, sort of whenever I command them. I don't know what other obligations you have while you're here.
And how far into the spine does Cloth live? Or is his lair?
His, one second. I gotta measure it. He pauses and he says, the location of his lair is something I don't want to make a public knowledge. But it's approximately 100 miles from here.
Taryn nods. We will take that into consideration. We do have more pressing business in Luskin, but if you're willing to wait...
Yes, well, the offer stands. And then he leans in, he says, but if you're working for the Queen, do know that our goals are not shared. And if you find her to be your chosen ally, I can't necessarily assure that I will maintain this offer forever.
Taryn nods. We will take that into consideration.
Are Missile and Isolde saying these things out loud?
No, I'm just trying to think of how many miles we could travel in a day, and I'm getting the half day and the full day total mixed up.
Oh, full day with, like, normal speed without horses is like 24, 25 miles.
Okay, and that's what I was thinking.
But you know that the spine is not easily traversable.
Right. I will kind of look across the table at Taryn to see what he's thinking.
Okay, Taryn's kind of nodding, along with, like, what Gilgamesh has been saying, so... That's kind of what you would have picked up on.
Mm-hmm.
And then after he said he'd keep that into consideration with Gilgamesh, Taryn gets up and says, well, we have things to discuss among ourselves, but we will let you know what we decide.
Of course. Take your time.
And then he'll awkwardly stand there waiting for Joff and Bosnia to let him out.
Missile will say, I fail to see how any of that had anything to do with our current objectives here in Luskin. It's a wild dragon chase, in my opinion.
I don't know, it might be beneficial to keep in mind. And things that I have seen, and I've told the group, wouldn't necessarily be too far off of our bigger goal. I think they're related in some way.
Our current goal is to gain access to the island a stone's throw from here, not 100 miles towards the spine.
Yeah.
Taryn says that, well, if we need allies here, it seems like the one who is actively planning on chasing an ancient dragon may be the most powerful one available. You don't do that undertaking if you are not.
There's also the business of the other dragon, apparently. The white one. So, it may help us in our larger quest, especially with that particular item we have to find.
Is Icewind Dale and the spine, are they in the same place on the map?
I will throw you to the map so you can see what it's like. So, you can see that Icewind Dale is around the spine, west of the spine. Oh shit, it's gonna play double music. No double music. But it is not the same. The spine is sort of like the range, the mountain range along the north side of the world. And then just kind of a little bit north of that spine is this glacier, and then this sort of Icewind Dale area where a number of northerners live.
Okay.
But the spine could be on our way then, sort of.
Sort of, yeah. And he did say, it's within 100 miles, so you get the feeling that Clouth's lair is somewhere over here.
Alright.
And Shander is where Izzy's from.
Hardcore.
Not that I mind, not that I care too much for the politics of an area, but I think no matter who we help would shift something in some way. So I don't know if that necessarily needs to play a giant role in maybe our next steps.
I would worry that if we help the Queen, then we might alienate any other potential allies.
That's true, no matter what we do.
The Queen is very powerful, I think. I mean, you know that I was all more in favor of cooperating with Benji and the Obsidian Tide, and this opportunity sounds good as well, but I mean, we have been given a very sensitive mission by the Queen. I can only imagine if I were to send a message that we are rejecting that mission, what her reaction would be, considering we still have that information on hand.
That's fair. But I think all the arguments we made about the good we'd be doing by eliminating her father, and doing the world a service by removing such an evil man, apply 3 times as much to an ancient dragon than to a king who will be dead in 30 years regardless.
Izzy's gonna give that some thought.
And if helping the Queen jeopardizes our shot at doing that, then I don't know if it's worth it.
Thistle was right, though, that this could be a very helpful mission. Obviously, it would be beneficial for you, Taryn, and it would rid the world of an ancient dragon. It would likely set us back a couple weeks to our objective here.
What is it about helping Gilgamesh that would allow us to get to where we need to get here in Luskan and do what we need to do?
I don't know if it would help us do what we need to do in Luskan, but it might help us do what we need to do later, because we will probably need to find that old white, and dragons keep an eye on each other. So that might give us...
Maybe we could just try to kill the red dragon if that's something that's very attractive to us later on.
And probably win us some allies in the fight with the white one as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess out of character, was it Missile who knew about
Arathator, yeah.
Yeah, Rothator and stealing the staff and all of that?
Yeah, he knew about it, but he also told you guys about it.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had it right in my head before I said anything. So Vosner would say, we need to do the thing here in Luskan, but we also need to get that artifact.
Right.
Quite true.
So that, I feel, at least from where I'm sitting, this might be more prudent to our more long-term plans.
And it's not necessarily do the thing here or there. Like, we could, if we can get access to the ruins and investigate them here for a few days, and then talk to Gilgamesh.
I agree.
We could do both.
Most reasonable to me. These are not exclusive options, right? We don't even necessarily need Gilgamesh to kill the red.
Certainly not.
Sure, if we walk around in the mountains for months on end with a bunch of gold and magic items, he'll find us.
It seems awfully reckless. You know nothing about those mountains.
I think it's just as reckless even if we go with Gilgamesh. It wouldn't be a safe way to kill an ancient red, in my understanding.
But if we go with Gilgamesh, there'll at least be others to draw the dragon's attention, if nothing else.
I'm sure he thinks the same of us.
I think the clear point here is that if we do this mission for the Queen, which we have to make a decision about in the next 24 hours, it would cut off all other routes, both with Gilgamesh and with Benji.
But if we deal with Benji, the Gilgamesh route may stay open.
I think so. It seemed that Benji's issue was more with Kilmane.
I should only point out that in the fighting pit, Benji, Gilgamesh, and Kilmane were in the audience, but it was the Queen who decided who lived and who died. I suppose that would remain the case moving forward.
I mean, it could be, although Benji did hint that she would only be a problem for a couple more weeks.
What good is it?
I'm not sure, but there could be other things afoot. If we ruin our relationship with all of these other factions, and then she is killed anyway, then we will have gained nothing.
And it stands to reason that while she may be the most powerful, if she was powerful enough to overwhelm the factions, then they would not be here still. So allying ourselves with the factions may not be a suicidal move. If we're allied with Benji, she may not be able to move against us.
It's not necessarily
impunity.
suicidal, it's just impractical. We need to get to the ruins, she controls the ruins, she's giving us a task. Rather not stay here for any longer than we have to.
Perhaps we should roll a 6-sided dice to determine what we ought to do.
I think perhaps... Oh, go ahead, Missile.
I have my own dice to roll if need be.
I think Missile's suggestion earlier that perhaps, rather than any of these tasks, we should just find passage and kind of go over in the cover of night. Maybe we should go and look at the ruins and see what there is to see before we do any of this. I will admit that my only attraction to helping the Queen was the opportunity to kill the King. But I think, much like DeMarcus said about the Red Dragon, that is something that we could do on our own. We know where he lives.
You don't know where he lives, technically. Just clarification.
Oh, we know he's on the island.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the dragon. Sorry.
No. The Pirate King.
But if we do kill the Pirate King now, we may end up cementing the Queen's rule. And I don't know if that's something we care about, but it seems like a tyrant with checks is better than a tyrant without them.
Mm.
Yeah. I think we would have to go one of the other options instead of the most dealing with the Queen. It doesn't seem like, well, anyone trusts anyone else, but there's more ire towards her than anything. And I don't.
And if I were a ruler hiring people to murder my father to legitimize my rule, would I really want them to be able to stick around after they did the deed?
I should
You
expect them to
intend
be
to stick
rewarded
around,
for
you
the
intend to leave.
But what was that, Marcus?
We intend to leave shortly afterward, do we not?
I mean, there are things that we have to investigate here, supposedly.
Well, we should get into the... I mean, the point is to get into the ruins as quickly as possible and to get out. I just don't see why you're all so invested in this place. Kill the Queen.
The worry is that
someone else
she
wrote
won't.
The worry is that she won't give us an opportunity to leave after we murder her father.
I
And
just
she'll
don't
just...
see what other options get us outcomes that aren't the same as that. All of these people are corrupt and terrible.
Well, how about we go to the island as soon as possible? Night. We'll see what we need to see. We could even be there tomorrow for some portion of tomorrow, and obviously it is going to be hellfire when we tell the Queen that we won't do her task, but if we can get what we need in the next 24 hours, then we could be on the path to the spine by the time she has to know that we won't do her task.
That's insane, but it's the most reasonable option that I've heard thrown around in this entire conversation.
What would you have us do, DeMarcus?
If not help the Queen, then scout the ruins and try to get in and out as soon as possible. But I'm entirely in favor of helping the Queen.
Missile gets up without saying anything, whistles to Morty, and dons a coat and heads out.
Where are you going?
To the ruins, of course!
We have to get a boat.
Oh! He comes back.
I think that is the right idea, though. We should go as quickly as possible. I think... I suppose we could ask Gilgamesh if he has a way across as almost a conditional, like if he can get us there for the next 24 hours, then we are willing to leave with him.
A thought occurs. We have a dragon in our midst currently, do we not? A wyvern? And he looks at Vosner.
Sure.
Yeah. What do you need?
Could we fly in ourselves?
Well,
Under cover of darkness?
I may be able to carry one of you. And I just look at Missile. Probably just you. But
Actually, could we fit 1.5 people on the wyvern's back? Or the wyvern? Like DeMarcus and Missile?
So
or
it's
Zora
a
and Missile?
it's
It's
a
a wormling?
wormling, so it's
Sorry.
real small.
I can get a gnome there.
Yeah, you could
Or a
probably carry Missile there without much trouble, but you'd be like your arms would be full and it would be tiring. Like I wouldn't give you a point of exhaustion for it, but if you tried to do it more than once or twice, or more than twice, I'd probably start making you roll.
I mean, druids can cast water walk as a ritual spell.
It's true.
It's also
So-
true.
Missile
We
can
could all
also
just-
shrink people, right?
I can indeed. Actually,
But like we could just walk
Getting
there.
weird.
We'd have to prepare it tomorrow, though, so we'd be
Yeah.
walking across the water in broad daylight.
I can turn into a whale. No, I can't turn into a whale.
I can
I can
cast
turn into a shark and I can pull the boat.
Swallowed by a whale.
Now
I
we're
think
talking.
I have invisibility if need be.
Well, Benji
Um,
did offer to get us across in a boat, and he technically owns the deed to the land, so it would be a good ally to make if we could help him out, and his task was just to go retrieve a griffin egg. It would make us some enemies. Not that we are in any short supply of those, but it would secure us passage at least.
Do we have any idea how long we need in the ruins? I mean, could it be hours, months?
I don't know.
I think with Damon, possibly that could be expedited, but I don't know.
And Luthar and Kirath said that they and Porter were clearing the host tower, which is close by the ruins. I'm not sure what the association is between them. There's a lot to do on that island.
So it's high risk to try to get in and get out. You probably won't even be able to do it.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen in just a day.
Well, the risk is also being spotted by the Queen. Obviously, her fortress is halfway between here and the island. It sounds like we're going to anger her shortly anyway.
Yeah, we should just be prepared for the enemies we're going to make.
Well,
Just
let's
ask
not try to
Gilgamesh.
of everyone either.
We
Wait,
should
what
ask-
did DeMarcus say?
Oh, sorry, I said we should try not to make enemies of everyone either. We need a clear ally here.
Let us ask Gilgamesh if he has a way to the island. And she kind of looks at Taryn.
Are we asking him for a favor?
Not so much a favor, but to expedite our exit with him towards the spine. There's something we need to do, and it would take us a couple days to get passage unless he has a quicker way. We are willing to pay him.
Are we committing to going to the spine then, or are we just...
I think so. If we can figure out what we want from the ruins.
Taryn
Isn't
looks
anyone
around at the rest of
opposed
the
to
table.
going to the spine?
I'm opposed to going first to the spine. My
With
most
Mi-
pressing concern is the Arcane Tower and the ruins of Ilisk.
Agreed.
To be sure, once we get access to that and do what we need to do, we can go where we please, but our whole purpose here in Luskin is to go to the island.
I agree.
Well,
Well,
then
let's
tell
try
him that we have some business on the island, and the sooner it is attended to, the sooner we can leave.
Agreed.
So Taryn is gonna head back up to Gilgamesh.
Missel's going to anxiously pace back and forth, muttering about risk and benefit and
The DM is
utility
going
and
to
whatnot.
prepare encounters for 17 scenes.
And we're gonna just spend the entire time talking to each other at the bar today.
It'll work out in the end. So you're going to talk to Gilgamesh?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It's on a totally different scene. Okay. As you walk up, he looks up and sort of looks optimistic. Says, "Did your group come to some sort of conclusion?"
Yeah, we would like to accompany you on this expedition, but we have pressing matters first in the island with the host tower. But when that has resolved, and hopefully that will be in the next few days.
You need access to the island.
Yes.
Well,
What did he ask?
he asked if you need access to the island.
Yeah, that is the next thing we will need.
Well, I might be able to help you. I happen to have a ship and know of a number of entrances on that island to key locations. Tell me, do you need to get into the host tower or somewhere else?
Out of character, were we hoping to do the ruins or the host tower first?
Ruins.
Ruins. We are mostly interested in the ruins of the left.
Interesting. Well, I won't pry as to why, but yes, I could get you into those ruins. And he leans in. He says, "You might upset the queen if she ever finds out." So,
Taryn leans in and goes, "I assume you know how to get us in there, without any prying eyes."
he thinks about it and says, "How discreet can your group be?"
Reasonably.
Missile begins coughing loudly in the background.
That's like Bissell and Izzy are just gonna blow it for us, but you know.
Yeah, we are very well experienced in traveling through dangerous places quietly.
He sort of considers it for a while, and then he says, "Very well, I can get you in those ruins. But if you are not discreet, I'm not worried about what she'll do to me, but what she might do to you. So you bring this on yourself."
We are okay with taking risks.
Very well. When would you like to go?
As soon as possible.
I can get you there tonight, but you're gonna have to promise to help me fight that dragon.
If you can get us there, we will fight the dragon alongside you.
Very well. And he holds out his hand,
Taryn shakes it.
and he sits back down and sort of leans back in his chair, smiling, and says, well, when your crew is ready, you come to me, and I will get you pointed in the right direction.
Fantastic. Then Taryn takes his leave. He says he can get us there.
Alright, then we should be prepared.
Yeah. When we're ready, he said that he'll point us in the right direction. Is there anything we need to do before we go?
Plan what we're going to do. Assume we get in there. Assume that we find what we need to find in the ruins within the time that it takes for the Queen to start wondering why we haven't responded and why we haven't been seen. Assume that we get what we need to get at some point. What do we do after that? How do we get off the island? Where do we go?
Well, if the Queen's suspicions haven't risen, then we can leave the same way that we came. Hopefully it is fairly straightforward that we could find the portal and Damon could help with that. But I think the next thing to do would be, if we find any clues as to the location of the staff, then we keep those in mind, but otherwise we are on our way out of town to the spine.
And we're leaving in a group that the Queen, at least so far, has not been willing to go to war with, at least.
As I said, it is possible that if she does not hear from us, that she will try to find us and attack us. Very possible. I'm sure she has people who can scry and do all sorts of things, so I would not pretend that we will be invisible. But if we can get in and out before arising suspicion, then that would be the ideal scenario, but should be ready to fight.
If we find any innocent workers down there who feel obliged to tell the Queen, what would we be willing to do to prevent that from happening?
We could pay them off.
Marcus looks very unhappy and unsatisfied with that answer, and he says, I'll do what the group wants, but I don't like this plan. That's all I have to say about it.
Alright. Any other objections?
Must we go this evening? I suppose so.
Yes,
Is
this
the
is
best?
when it has to happen.
Weren't you just halfway out the door, Missile?
I meant to observe, not to battle. Or sneak. Or prowl.
What have you done today that would make you unable to battle?
Artificing, to be sure.
Sure. I mean, you look better than I've seen you in a while, so...
Marcus looks so unhappy at everything right now.
What else is new?
He's especially unhappy. You've never seen him this unhappy. So many things he's unhappy about.
Extra broody.
Yeah.
Just get some extra food to rage eat.
A lot of feelings.
He's gonna look kind of around the group and try to read everyone and see if there's anyone that's being quiet because they disagree, or who looks uncomfortable with the idea.
Joe is lost in thought, but doesn't really look like he disagrees or really even cares that much. So,
Excellent.
yeah. Just kind of staring into his beer and taking sips of it.
What
Yeah,
time
Voster
is it?
just to go.
It's a great question. You guys have been debating this for approximately 17 hours, so it is the following day. No. You guys woke up late, then you went to the Queen, then you came back and started debating this stuff, so I would say probably like 8 p.m.
Okay. Is there anything that any of us need to do to prepare to leave?
I think we're ready.
How long are we planning to be there? Do we need to take supplies and whatnot?
Might want to take a few rations.
I would say don't leave anything in your rooms, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, I really ain't got anything since the camping disaster.
I think what we should expect is to be over there for at least a day. And worst case scenario, to be fighting Queen and her men on that island at some point in the next day or two. So,
Nice.
Hopefully we will not need to.
yes, that is.
Missile looks exceedingly apprehensive and says, Master Isolde, is it possible for you to restore spell slots if we'll be there for so long?
Restore spell slots? I mean, if you are feeling unwell, I can do what I did before. To restore your health.
No, not the health, just my capacity to spend spell slots.
Yeah,
No,
nobody
I
can
can't.
do that.
I can't give you any extra magical abilities.
Oh well.
Yes,
Let us hope we avoid all combat.
let us hope. At least for tonight, if we can get over there and sleep.
We've got some of them fancy potions you guys use.
I know that I have one. I also have a potion of invisibility, and a potion of climbing, and a potion of vitality to get rid of exhaustion. I think I'm pretty well prepared.
It'd be wise to pick up a potion of healing or two, and then probably get on our way as soon as possible.
Do we know where we can buy those here?
The market, but you know it's closed because
Yeah.
it's getting late.
So,
Well,
They have like a 24-hour CVS somewhere.
Yes, but the receipt that you get from there is magical and literally never ends, and it will burden you down. Like, you won't be able to walk out of the store with it.
Shit, I knew it. I've heard of places like that.
The
seems
infinite
about
receipt.
right.
Alright, I better coin that. Sounds like a pretty good novel magical item. CVS receipt. It just like keeps coming.
Excellent.
Shall we talk to Gilgamesh again then and get underway?
Yeah, Isolde will stand up to walk with Karen back up to Gilgamesh's table.
Marcus has also stood up, and you actually think that he's going to follow you, and it kind of worries you because he seems like clearly pissed, but he peels off from you guys and goes to the bar and starts drinking.
She will look a bit concerned and then ignore him.
Nice.
Johop is definitely going to go to the bar.
Gilgamesh looks up as you walk in, saying, hello again?
Hello. We are. If you want to point us in the direction of the ship, we will be ready to go.
Very well. You came in through the Mirror Bar district, did you not?
We did.
There's a dock over on that side of town. If you meet there at the let's say in an hour, I will have someone ready to pick you up. How many of there are you?
7.
Very well. I will inform them. 7 passengers. Of course, normally this kind of thing requires a fee, but given our arrangement, I will see that it's waived. Again, try not to get caught. Not for my sake, but for yours.
And who should we be looking for? The docks.
It's a dwarf named Bartholomew.
Alright, we will look for him.
Thank you.
Very well. Good luck to you. And, be careful. Not all that resides in those ruins needs to be, fought, I suppose, is perhaps the best way to say it.
Terrence says, we will act with as much discretion as possible.
Godspeed. And he, sort of salutes you. Kind of lazily.
Right.
And, okay, so I'm gonna... Let's just take like a 5-minute break, because I need to pee and then prep a few things, but we should be close to good to go. Luckily, you guys are doing things that I prepared.
Nice.
Well, you put a dragon in front of us.
I know. I prepared that as well. I prepared all of it. Okay, be right back.
Sweet.
Noise.
Hopefully this goes well. Probably not, but...
Hopefully.
Yes, we
We'll
can hope.
see.
No matter what, we can hope.
Foolishly hope.
Like, yeah.
I was so convinced at the end of last week that we were gonna do the whole killing the king thing.
It seemed to be the most straightforward, but it's alright.
Seemed to be the most profit for the risk.
Right, that's what I was thinking too. But killing a red dragon will certainly be helpful. And I think John had that planned way back when, because I look at my notes from beginning of September, and I have a mischievous red dragon past Clouthen Vale as part of our trip to Icewind Dale, so I think that was inevitable no matter what.
Yeah, I do remember him mentioning a red. A while though. I think when Taryn was gaining information about dragons, like way, way long ago.
And I think our staff is with the white dragon, so that's going to be a minute before we find it, but my notes could be mistaken. Actually, no, they're not. When I was researching the staff back then, I think I determined that the white dragon took it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It disappeared during the white dragon attack or something like that.
Yeah, but we're going to the ruins to open the portal, right?
I think close? Did he say close at the beginning of the session? Close a portal?
Oh. I don't know. Something with a portal.
Because I'm thinking, how did it work in Underland? I think we closed the portal that the elementals were coming through.
And then we opened a teleportation circle to the tower.
Right.
Didn't we have to like have Katari's help from like one end for that?
Yeah,
I think so.
but I think that was just because she was there.
Yeah,
Like, we
which
need somebody
we're
on each
here
side.
now, so
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Damon has to like close the portal. I don't know.
Where I think
Yeah, and then we
David,
can talk to Marin and open
Yeah.
it back up, I guess.
or we can get there and ascertain the condition of the portal.
Yeah, I guess if we find an open portal, we'll know what to do.
Go through it, of course.
Obviously.
Maybe this will be my turn to watch one of Matt's characters get kidnapped through a portal.
Everybody gets a turn.
Funny enough, you missed the first time that happened.
Yeah.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
Snag through a portal.
This has all been for that sole purpose, Leif, is just trying to get you to watch Matt's character go through.
Yeah, that's the narrative.
We feel
Yeah,
bad that we
every-
missed the first one, so.
Yep.
Every arc is like a season, and every season finale is Matt gets kidnapped.
Any of this campaign.
It really undermines my narrative when you say it out loud, you know.
The real suspense is to see what he gets kidnapped by. Like,
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
That's what I've been up for.
All of our hundreds of viewers are just, taking bets.
I did just see I got
Sure.
somebody subscribed to our stream just now. So who knows?
Hey, awesome.
Welcome.
Whoa!
to this
We're gonna
shit
have
show.
to ramp up our production, guys.
Yeah.
We need to start
Our
cursing.
production is top notch, man.
The only thing
You really-
that our stream doesn't have is that like other streams usually have like a video feed of each individual person. Though the problem with that, if there was one of me, it would just be me laughing while you guys are like, this seems like the best course of action and couldn't go wrong, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And
Doing
I mean,
the
it's a
rewatch,
great
right?
plan
The
until
summary
we
was
bomb
just
our
like,
first roll.
yeah, it's just us debating shit, deciding on a terrible plan after an hour, and then doing it and none of it going to plan.
That's what I was gonna say. Now that we know that we have spectators, it's time to like really lean in on lengthy, pointless, dangerous conversations. That like we're just like we could have bypassed the conversation and just randomly did something. That's the result. And I
Just have
think
to find Follow Missile. He'll be our moral compass.
Yep.
we're all gonna have a chat about how Missile's the leader now.
What? I did
If
not
this
sign on for this
goes-
responsibility.
If this goes wrong, we're just going to lose all faith in Terran and Isolde, and it'll fall on Missile.
Oh man. No, if Isolde dies, Terran's in charge.
What?
That's-
Vosner doesn't get to be in charge?
Drama.
Jeez.
I think it's definitely a toss-up between the two.
Yeah. Vosner wouldn't care either way, so Terran would be in charge. But me as a player, why wouldn't Vosner be in charge?
Alright,
Oh,
so
man.
are we going to the Mirabar district then?
Yeah. So I threw you on this map, assuming that that's what you wanted to do.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys sort of gear up with the supplies that you have. Did you guys bring anything special or do anything of note that I should know about?
Nope.
Gotcha.
Didn't we buy a ballista? Like one of those mini ones?
You could afford it.
I think that's called a crossbow.
I think the shops are closed, aren't they?
They
We
are
could
closed.
ask in the Mirabar district, but I think most places are closed.
So you guys sort of you gather your things and leave the Frozen Rudder and head across the bridge, crossing over the River Mirar. From this vantage point, you can see the crippled, sort of destroyed ruins of the host tower, and I will throw you. Oh, not that. Ignore that.
Ooh,
That's a ship.
pretty.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a tower. Where's my fucking there? Nope, that's not it either.
Can I make a perception check to see if we're like being followed or anything?
Where the fuck is my? Oh, there it
Definitely
is.
should do that.
So this is what you see in the night. Is this tower
Whoa.
Whoa.
in the
cool.
distance?
It's the one that was crumpled by the spell plague.
Yes. but you're not this close to it, but this is kind of vaguely what you see in the distance on that island. And then you cross that bridge and get into the Mirar district, where you're met by a number of kind of dwarf guards who just sort of look at you as you walk by, but don't stop you or anything. And you make your way to the dock that
Can I make a
Gilgamesh-
perception check to see if we're being like followed?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll perception.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, so you don't see anybody. You don't get the feeling that you're being followed at all.
Sweet.
Okay, back to this map, sorry. You get into the district and at a dock that's actually the same dock that you arrived at when you came with Darendon, whose ship is now gone. You walk down and you see a dwarven man sort of standing around with a kind of small-looking rowboat, but you get the feeling that you might all be able to fit. And he looks up at you and says, "What's my name?"
Bartholomew?
Indeed. All right, come along. And he pulls he like hops in the rowboat and sort of gestures for you guys to get in.
We get in.
Okay. And you sort of move. He just takes off, I guess, and heads down the river. And you see him sort of like dodging rocks and things that you guys can't see, but you get the feeling that he knows his way around. And the way he skirts past and moves through this area, it seems like he's sort of diving in and out of the range and vision of various towers where people are observing what's going on in the water. And he looks up at you and says, "Best not to be seen," and keeps rowing.
Anytime that I think that we're like getting close to one of those towers and could be spotted, can I use the cantrip guidance myself, just in case I have to make some sort of dodge?
I'm not sure you could determine that from individual things.
Okay.
But I will have the lowest stealth member make a stealth check, which I can't remember who it is. Is it still Izzy, or is it?
Yeah.
It might
Could be Missile.
Missile now. Missile, make
Izzy.
a stealth roll for me.
I'm at 0, but okay.
Beautiful.
Well, then it's gonna be Izzy, of course.
Oh, I'm at -1.
So, Missile is still coughing up a storm, and the guy on the boat, the guy rowing the boat, like stops over here and pulls over, and waits for the coughing to stop. And he says, "Best not get us all killed now."
Karen is glaring at Missile so hard right now.
Missile smiles and waves.
The old
Marcus
Terran
looks
against
just about
Terran.
accurate.
And he waits like 2 hours in this position. And eventually, when he feels like it's safe again, he pulls out. It's getting very cold, and your hands are all like going numb in the boat, except for Terrence. And he gets over to this side, and he pulls up to a very strange-looking old dock that is just beat to shit. It looks like nobody has maintained this for a while, and he says, "Well, here you are. Don't step on anything that, well, anyways, I don't know. That place is a hellhole. Good luck." And he sort of pulls up and waves as you leave, and then he starts to leave.
When we need to leave the island, how do we get you to come back?
I wasn't hired for that.
Right, well, is there an amount of coin that I could offer you if I were to contact you by magic to come back and get us? How much would that cost?
With the amount of coughing that guy does, probably not. And he starts to row away. Good luck.
Missile looks at everyone else, wondering who he was talking about.
I look kind of glaring at Missile, and then get over myself and move on.
And
Get
you
over
guys find yourselves at the entrance to the ruins of the Lusk.
Oh, damn. Why didn't we do this
Nice.
earlier?
Quick meta question. The background of my character was that I was in some ruins at one point during the spell plague. I assumed
Yeah.
it was these ruins. So I've been here
No,
before.
absolutely not. Totally different ruins.
Ooh.
Got it. I don't know if that's sarcasm or not.
No, it's true. You're totally different ruins.
Okay, got it.
There are a ton of Netherese ruins all over Faerun, and you have been to a number of sites, but this site you have not been to.
Got it. Just making sure. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Nice try, Dylan.
Hey, you know, I'm coughing so much, I better at least know my way around, but I guess not even that.
Okay, so how are we doing for vision? I think the whole dungeon has vision issues, so you guys are going to need to do torches, or otherwise people are going to be blind as shit.
Okay.
Indeed!
Could come up front? Yeah, I'll gesture for Damon to come up front with his sword.
I could illuminate my hat of wizardry too if we want the additional light.
Yeah, and I
There
can
you
cast the light cantrip.
Hey, we're covered.
There you go.
I can swim.
Classic Joe off.
We might not want to go like full beacon until we're actually like obscured more from the coast.
So, feel free to walk in at your own... So here's how I'm going to do it, because we are in a situation where you guys can move somewhat freely. And it is a dungeon crawl, which is something we haven't done in a long time, if not really ever, to full effect. I will tell you that there are sort of things that will happen once you pass various thresholds. So I will pause the game when it gets to that point. But when you move your character, try not to move it more than, a few spaces at a time. Otherwise, we'll have these moments where like somebody moves 70 feet while somebody moves 10, and then we get a little bit fucky. As
Okay.
you walk into this area, the walls are sort of rough and like they weren't intended to be. Like they were carved sort of haphazardly by somebody who was trying to tunnel into this area. And you approach a kind of roughly made metal door, which has a spot for a key to be put into it.
We are defeated by the lock.
First enemy of the dungeon crawl, the door. Can I...
I have thieves' tools and sleight of hand. Is that something I could?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to pick the lock?
I'll give her a try. But
Check
So
the
Joe-
traps first.
I'm gonna use Flash of Genius if necessary to.
so
Coach him
Joe
through
Hoff
it.
kind of pulls a few little tools from his belt and goes, "Right, so I'm a little rusty here. It's been a little while, but let's see what we can get up to."
If you cannot pick the lock, I believe DeMarcus has a key.
So, Johoff, you start working on the lock, and at some point you're sort of testing it back and forth, to see if a locking mechanism is undone. And as you're testing it, you come to realize that the door is actually unlocked. And so you just move the handle in conjunction with your lockpicking, and it opens like it was picked by you.
Beautiful.
We're just like a gaggle of undergraduates right now.
Wait, did nobody fucking try to handle on this? Jesus Christ. Well, we're in now.
Oh god. Hilarious.
As you step into the ruins, what you find in front of you is a flowing, sort of, but very shallow water. As you look, it's almost as though this was sort of built in. The ground is cut so that the water flows well through here. And you have this kind of sneaking suspicion that this is some sort of ancient sewer system that perhaps dates, to thousands of years ago. Missile would notice immediately that this is a sort of hangover. This is some like old remnants of the Netherese Empire.
Nice.
You'd recognize the architecture.
Netherese sewer. Interesting.
Then can you send light in different directions? Maybe there's a clear way to go.
I'll look around. Is where we are like obscured so that if I cast light, it wouldn't be seen by like guard towers, or are we still kind of open air?
Oh, you are in a tunnel. You are completely closed off to the outside world.
Then I will cast light on the end of my wand.
Okay. So let me convert your token. What is the vision on light? How far?
Let me look it up real quick. I think it's 60.
60 dim?
No, it's 20-foot radius. Bright for 20, then dim for 20.
Okay. I think that got it. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, that looks good.
What spell slots?
That was a cantrip.
So,
But I will be using my 1/5 level spell, the first enemy you see.
Fireball, blight. Okay.
That's all you need.
okay. So you guys are walking in. You can hear kind of the gentle trickle of water as you sort of step over this area. And wait, that's weird. Hold on. I don't know why it's I don't know why I did that. I clicked on Missile and it showed that Missile could see like a whole bunch of this dungeon for some reason.
Oh, I cannot see a whole bunch of this.
Yeah, alright, it was just tricking me. So, anyways, yeah, you hear that gentle trickle of water. The water seems to be flowing sort of past you towards the left, towards the west.
Because we're in close proximity, if the crew wanted to, I could switch Morty to Protector to give us some temp HP, and then, if possible, if I could switch him back to Flamethrower afterwards.
Yeah, so it'll cost you 2 first-level slots to get him into Flamethrower. To get him back into... So each time you shift him, it's a first-level slot. That's how we changed it.
Alright, in that case, I'm just gonna switch him to Flamethrower, and that's it.
Okay. Okay, so I did want to say, as you guys are walking down towards the left here, I don't know if it's on your screen. Can you see it, Laurel? To the left?
I think I can.
Yeah, so I can't tell if it's bugged on my screen or not, but essentially as you're walking, Laurel, you can see all the way down at the end of the hallway to your left, that's sort of this tunnel with water rushing through it. A very large crab is sort of clicking its pincers together, not noticing you. The way you can see it is that there's moonlight coming in from the south side of this dungeon, sort of where you came from, and you presume that there's maybe another entrance over there that's bringing the light in and casting, like, it's basically reflecting off and illuminating that room slightly so that you see this large crab.
And all the water is flowing towards that, right?
Yes, it's all flowing this way.
I will turn around to the rest of the group and kind of quietly say, "There is a creature up ahead. I don't know if we want to maybe go the other way first and see if there's a less dangerous path." And she'll kind of start walking back this way. All the water is flowing in the opposite direction that we're moving.
Correct. And as you're coming around this corner, you hear sort of muffled noises of, like, scraping on meat and bone.
Ooh. Does it sound like anything I've ever heard before? Like a creature?
Yeah, it sounds like something a creature is doing, but you can't tell what. And as Terran comes around the corner, his light sort of emanating into the room and reflecting off the water, the scraping noise stops.
Well, that's not good.
I'll just turn and say, "There's something up ahead. Guess prepare yourself.
Shall we send Morty in first?
Would be wise."
Okay, well, let's do a little bit of that.
Sort of as you come around the corner, I think Missile, who has dark vision? Somebody has dark vision.
I do have dark vision.
Yeah, so Missile, I guess you notice that there is a very large rat curled up on the floor, with blood all around it.
I go, ugh, there's a vermin in there.
And as Azolda gets, I guess, no, she can't see it. In the darkness, you can kind of like vaguely see a corpse.
Is it
Like a
just a
person?
vermin?
As far as Missile knows.
Is there just one vermin missile?
That's all I could see. Morty, go in there and find out.
Morty can't really communicate with you, but as the light gets brighter, a very large crab, very similar to the one that Isolde saw before, sort of backs up, kind of moving away from the bright light and away from the carcass of a dead rat.
Gross.
Oh, good riddance.
And as Isolde kind of trudges through the icy water, her boots start to get a little bit soaked, as do the rest of yours.
Missile gasps and says, "Stop, everyone! Damon, get back here!"
But as Damon walks forward, out of the darkness, the crabs rush him.
Crabs.
Crab's eye.
Oh boy.
I guess because I have dark vision, I can see things on my screen that the others can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
That's
Also, now my boots are wet. Gross.
Here goes Damon again.
Perhaps they will not be interested in him as he has no meat on his bones.
I am going to say that because Missile is the only one that can see them, he is not surprised, but the rest of you are surprised.
Checks out.
Tried to warn you. Does that mean I get a free attack?
It means on the first round of combat, which will be a surprise round, you will get to act and the crabs will get to act, but
Got it.
not necessarily anybody else.
Understood.
Alright, well, I gotta throw in some battle music.
I think Tyrant music will probably be good.
Yeah, get that lute playing. Let's do some electro swing.
Yeah.
That's
My
what
next
we need.
character is going to be a bard, and he's just going to do that guy's tavern music every battle.
that'll make my life easier. I only have to plan one song. Okay, so let's see. 30 feet.
Dang, Joe-Off is ready for this. He's got a problem with crabs.
Okay.
They made him sick one time.
So don't again.
Kind of springing out of the darkness, a huge ice crab comes flying towards Isolde, pincers out.
Cool.
And is going to, let me check. Yeah, okay.
I think the more you say that, the less I believe you, Missile.
No, but I did.
Alright, 1 second.
Missile's on the mend, man. He's
Yeah.
no advantage to lying to you all here.
Got it. Okay.
Marcus has a lot of confidence in this one.
He comes running at Isolde with his claws outstretched and swings.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a private roll, sorry. I'll make that public. And
Oh, yeah.
make a, let's see, and the target is grappled, escape, okay, target, okay. And then with his, he's going to step forward, he's got Isolde grappled. He's going to step forward and attack Terran as well, try to hold him in his other claw. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to hit Isolde a second time. And now Isolde and Terran are grasped in the claws of this huge ice crab, which is standing in the water.
Feels very Demons Part 1.
Yep. Okay. I feel like this music isn't horrifying enough. It's like too happy, triumphant.
For the crabs? Yeah.
Yeah, tried and true.
It makes it sound like we're doing well.
Yeah, I know. You're like vanquishing evil crabs. Okay, now Damon doesn't go. Oh, begin combat. And this this ice crab goes. He is going to rush towards Damon. And strike out at you, missing with his claw attack. Missile, it is your turn.
Yeah. I guess 2 questions. Would I need to take a disengage action from this huge ice crab, even though he's grappling 2 of my compatriots?
That's a good point. If he were to attack at you, he would have to drop one of his enemies to do it. So he could make an attack of opportunity against you, but he would have to free his hand to try.
Alright. Well, Missile's a coward, so he's gonna yelp, and the game's paused, so I'm not
Sorry.
sure. Okay, thank you. How far can I go? Not very far. So Missile's gonna take a run for it over here.
Is that a disengage or not?
I'll let him take the attack if he wants to drop the 2 stronger characters.
He will drop Terran and swing, or kind of claw at Missile, hitting him and grappling you.
Nah, nuts.
Now you are held in the pincer of a dice crab.
Oh my
Morty,
god.
Okay, in that case, Morty, seeing his master in jeopardy, could I target the, let's see here, would I be able to angle flamethrower to avoid burning me and Isolde?
No. If you're being held by it, you share.
Yeah.
Basically, the idea is that you're all both now in its square, but it's I guess that's not too hard to represent because it's got a transparent background. But yeah, that is what it looks like right now.
Well, in that case, then Morty's going to ignore my command because he's smarter than I am, I guess, and come over here, and I'm going to cast flamethrower on this little MFer down here.
Got it.
If I can see what I'm doing here. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. Whoosh.
Yeah. Morty like switches to flamethrower mode and just like erupts fire at this ice crab, which like can't seem to move away very quickly. It seems very slow.
Nice.
And that is your turn.
Yep.
Terran, Marcus, giant ice crab. This ice crab is going to rush forward and attack Morty. The fuck? What is his AC? 18! Good lord. It's fucking plate mail the robot. Okay, yeah, so he swings, let's see. Oh, he's supposed to make 2 attacks, my bad. He swings again. Oh, that other one was supposed to attack Damon a second time, sorry. Oh, fuck me, I turned the music off.
So we're doing well again?
Maybe.
About to be a short dungeon crawl.
Okay. And then the other crab will attack Morty for its second attack. And it lands. So it pincers Morty and grapples it in his hand.
He
Holding
squeaks.
Morty's place. So now Morty is like in the claw of this ice crab. And Johoff, it is your turn.
Alright. Johoff is going to very briefly wonder why he came along with you. And then just here.
Okay.
It's going to first target Big Boy. Gets kind of a few probing punches in to see what his defenses are like.
Yeah. First hit, strikes true.
Alright.
Second as well.
Okay. Gonna flurry of blows. And it's gonna turn to the other guy. Do a little probing there too. See. Oops, I just hit flurry of blows.
Yeah.
Okay. He feels like he's got a somewhat better sense of how things are going.
Yeah.
And so he's then going to use the disengage and move up here. And stand by this dead rat.
Very well.
Classic Joe.
It's stinky.
Doesn't like it.
The huge ice crab sort of let's see what he does. He's going to, holding Isolde in one hand, attack her with one of his claws again. Missing, and then...
Does he drop missile with the other one?
No, he's going to attack... It's basically he's holding him in the claws, and he's just going to keep pincing. And he's going to attack missile with his claw attack. And
would the giant scorpion, just out of character, be able to do the same thing if they were grappled by his claws?
you have to make independent attacks again. That's how it works. Yeah.
Okay.
But I will say, because he missed with the attack on Isolde, that she's no longer grappled. So he like tries to pincer Isolde, and she like puts up her shield and is able to like drop into the water. So I'll say that Isolde is now like landed in the water next to the huge crab. And it is Damon's turn.
Excellent.
Damon steps forward up to this huge ice crab, taking whatever attack that might provoke, I guess.
It won't attack. It won't.
Although I'm still adjacent, I guess.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
And then is just going to slash at this guy with his flaming sword.
So you swing, and he sort of like ducks. He kind of skitters away slightly as your sword comes flying through.
No. And I guess I'll just feel bad about myself, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Isolde!
Can I reach Missile? Like, could I touch his foot or something, or is he too high up?
I'll say he's not too high up because this creature is, we'll say, like at most like 12, 15 feet tall, and he's not holding Missile like up in the air or anything.
I'm going to cast Freedom of Movement on him. And I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
So I doubt he'd be able to break that via strength. And then, do I get the impression that if I run, it's going to be able to grab me?
Yes.
I will stay put.
Okay. So you cast Freedom of Movement. Man. Fucking up the stream. Okay. Freedom of Movement, which means that he can no longer be grappled, correct?
He has to spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape a grapple.
Got it. Is that your turn then?
Yes.
Okay. This crab is going to turn on Morty and claw at him.
No!
And he crushes Morty's carapace, and legs and like springs go flying across the room as Morty's corpse is just mangled, and he turns to attack. You put him in the middle of two giant crabs. I mean, come on. There's a reason. There's a reason why the flamethrower one is more risky. Anyways, he's gonna turn his attack towards Damon, and a swing and a miss. And it is Missile's turn.
I'm going to expend 5 feet of movement to break free, leaving me with 20 feet of movement. Am I able to move without getting grappled again?
Does it say that?
You might still get attacked.
Yeah, he'll get an attack of opportunity if you leave.
Then I will take the disengage action.
There you go.
And bounce away. And since Morty's a pile of springs and bolts, that's going to have to be my turn.
Okay. Taryn, it is your turn.
I cast Lightning Bolt.
Nice.
It should be attacking the
I'll make
huge
this.
crab.
I'll make the save for it.
Alright.
What is it, dex save?
Yeah. I think it's 18.
It says DC 17, but it rolled a 17. Does that mean it makes it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it takes half of 34, so 17?
17, yep.
Yeah, so you hurl a lightning bolt through the massive crab in front of you and the one behind it, and it does hurt them both, but it's only very effective on the very slow ice crab in the back.
Yeah. Then I kind of step a little bit behind DeMarcus.
Okay. Osnar, you're up.
Cool. Vosner is going to cast Flaming Sphere. Come on, macro work.
Yeah, you have to place the template thing.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's why. Gonna put it right here. And then he'll wild shape into. It's kind of small in here.
Okay, so I will tell you about with the flaming sphere, because of their size, I think you have to hit at least 2 of the squares for it to be effective. So if you want to move that to where it would be.
Yeah. I kind of lost a little vision on it, so I don't know where the other crab is. Do I have to put it down?
Oh, yeah. If you can't see it. No, wait. Damon should be illuminating the space. So.
Yeah.
don't know.
Like, as
why-
soon
let
as
me
I
see.
clicked the template, it kind of blurred out. It kind of,
Yeah. No, I don't know why. Oh, Damon. What did we decide for the light of your sword?
It's either 20 and 20 or 40 and 40. Here, it's in my character sheet, I think. It is 40 and 40.
There.
There we
Huzzah.
Perfect.
So I think I got that right. Anyways, David's sword is giving you enough vision, and you put the big sphere on the giant ice crab behind the huge ice crab.
yeah.
Perfect.
So that should get both of them, at least, a little bit.
It's not going to because you have to have.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just keep it there.
Yeah.
That's fine. And then I will wild shape because it's kind of smaller. Into a wolf. Boop.
Nice.
See. Yeah, I'll just move my character token over there so it's out of the way. And that's it. That's all I can do.
Nice. Okay. And then the flaming sphere will do damage on their turn, right?
Yeah, it should.
Okay. DeMarcus, it is your turn.
Okay. I'll run up next to Izzy. Target the big one, and I'm gonna try to do a big swing on it. Oh,
You miss.
And then I'll try a smaller swing. See what happens.
Ooh, you crit. If only you'd crit with the big swing.
Nice.
Yeah.
But because of your ability, you can take a bonus action to attack again if you'd like.
Yeah. Feeling his confidence once again, we'll go for the big swing.
There you go. Yeah. So you come running out. You miss the first hit, and then your maul like collides with one of its arms, and you like crush the carapace on its arm, and then you bring another swing down on one of its hard legs, and you just shatter the armor on its leg as well. And it lets out this like horrible chittering scream. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm into that. Yep.
Cool. The giant ice crab is going to swing at Damon again. He crits, hitting Damon for 29 and grappling him. And he is going to swing a second time. And misses. And Johoff, it is your turn.
That giant ice crab just grabbed Damon. Is it the one up above him? Or the one below?
Wait, did Damon have temp HP? I don't think he was supposed to. Unless you guys...
Yeah. I thought that I had taken that off after we went to sleep,
You know what happened
but it
is...
looks like it was still on.
No, it's my fault. When I was testing shit earlier, I realized that I could actually reprogram... I actually have it working now, that missiles... that Mortimer can give people temp HP. They programmed that in the game. So I was testing that earlier and I forgot. So anyways...
Right. Just in time.
I corrected it. Yes, so Johoff, it is your turn, sorry.
Right, the one that just grappled Damon. Is it the giant ice crab above him or below him?
Above him.
Okay.
Though, I guess I should note that it did start to turn in a fiery sphere. So I'm gonna have... Let's see,
I gotta roll that, right?
Yeah, any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dex saving throw. So I'm going to say that both the giant ice crab and Damon, who is being held by that ice crab, are going to have to roll dex saves. And
Okay.
I need to check. Does grappled make you bad at dex saves? I don't think so. I think that's only restrained. So, Damon, make a dexterity saving throw.
Do I do that now or at the end of my next turn?
Oh, good point. Yeah, I guess at the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the crab makes a 15, and yours DC is what?
C is
Probably higher than that.
spell DC. Background 30 feet. Proficiency. Where is it on here?
It's near the top, right underneath your armor class.
Oh, 16 is your DC.
Oh, okay.
So yes, it fails. So roll 2d6 for me.
Yeah.
Okay. You do 7
bad.
fire damage to that crab. And yeah, so now it's finally Johav's turn for the 8th time. Sorry.
No problem. I mean, that benefits me, so I'm not going to complain. He's going to run up here, and he's going to swing.
It is. Yep. Okay. And with that last punch there, you kill it, and it drops Damon. You sort of punch like just near that flaming sphere, but not. You don't actually hit the sphere yourself. You're very elegant and move around it.
I am, aren't I? That's very true. Thank you for saying that.
Would I be dropped right into the fire though?
Yeah, we'll say that you get dropped right here, and I'm gonna move back the crab and mark it as dead.
So Joaf's gonna then expend a little bit of movement to move over here, away from things.
Got it.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Giant or huge ice crab is going to attack Isolde with one hand, and then attack DeMarcus with the other.
Shit.
The claw attack grabs Isolde, who and pulls her out of the water, and he raises her high in the air, and he crushes her with his pincer, knocking her unconscious, and then turns to DeMarcus with his other claw and bites at him, hitting him for 27 damage. And both of them are held in the grasp of this huge ice crab. Damon.
I'm sorry, John, but would Isolde's +3 on the dex save have changed anything for her or not? From my presence, like being within 10 feet?
Oh, the grapple automatically happens if the claw attack hits.
Oh, okay.
For this.
Gotcha. Okay.
And yeah, so it is Damon's turn. Both of you are held in the air now. DeMarcus, you're hanging. You're like feet or 5 feet off the ground.
All right. So this is not good. I'll do this, I guess. Since we're at that point. And then I'll just hang on. I'll step this way and this way. And I will swing once. Oh my god. And I will swing again with my action search.
Yeah. So that second hit, you bring your fiery sword down on the huge ice crab, and it lets out this sound that echoes through the hallways. This loud, like, chittering distress call. And, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. Isolde, roll a death saving throw. success. Right? Over
Yeah.
10 is success. And that is your turn. This crab is going to swing at Damon, trying to strike you from behind, missing both attacks. Missile, it is your turn.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. 25 feet. Let's just go up here for a better line of sight. And then I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level on Mr. Big Huge Crab there.
Got it.
So let's bump her up, consume a slot. Nice. Sorry, my menus keep collapsing on me. We had Arcane Firearm. Nice.
Yeah.
And then, do I add one more ray? I do, so I get 3 more shots.
Oh, is that how it works at 3rd level?
You create one additional ray.
That makes sense.
So let me
3
get
more
3
shots.
more shots. Oh yeah. Keep going. Is that bastard dead yet?
No. You can see the Scorching Ray being deflected slightly by his, like, chitinous plating.
Damn. Does my... What do I have? I have some sort of... Where is it? Elemental Adept as a fire. If they have resistance to fire damage, it's ignored. Does that matter here?
Oh! Yes.
Oh no.
So, let me... How many times have you hit this thing
Sorry,
with fire? Is this the only attack you've done
Just-
on fire?
Yeah, just these 4.
Okay, so let me... Let's see... 5... 3... 13... plus... 2... 15 plus... 5. Okay, so 20 damage.
Yay!
Yeah,
That's good.
so
That helps.
yeah, good eye. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, it's actually like you would see that it's normally would deflect it, but your rays like go through its armor and gets deep into the meaty flesh underneath.
Nice. The plate sizzles a little as you drink.
Yeah. You're starting to smell some cooked crab.
Mm.
And that is my turn.
Yep. Taryn, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna step up a little bit. Sure, I can see everything. And then I'm going to see how it's not going great for us. And then twin a blight spell and see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Wow.
Huge ice crab saves, but you rolled. That was insane roll. Like none of them were below a 4.
Holy shit.
Jesus. All right, yeah. So even succeeding on that save, the big crab takes 25 damage. Yeah, you fuck these crabs up.
Alright, does it kill the big crab or is it still alive?
It is still alive.
Alright. That is my turn.
Very well. Osnar, you are up.
Alright. Gonna have my big wolf come, and it's engaged in melee, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. So I get advantage on this roll.
Yeah, because of pack tactics.
Yeah, pack tactics is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me target the guy first. Right.
Yeah. You, well, how do you want to do this?
Seeing Azilda go limp, I want to jump up and essentially bite the crab's arm. But as I rip it out, some of his guts come out.
Yeah,
Killing
alright.
the crab. And then after I land, I'm going to send the other, the fire sphere, and slam it into the crab that's still alive.
Roll, what is it, a dex save for him? I will roll it. He rolls a 12, so roll 2d6 fire damage.
Nice.
All right.
And you slam it into that ice crab and kill it.
Nice.
And that is the end of combat. And so what happens immediately after that is the crabs drop to the ground with that. And Isolda's corpse hits the pool of water that's fairly shallow, but she still hits it. And I probably should have left it in turn order for you to resolve that stuff. But I'm going to have Isolda make one more death saving throw, and then anybody can react in whatever manner they want to. Okay. That's one failure for Isolda, and how do you guys act for the next turn?
So DeMarcus dropped like right next to her, so he would kind of like crawl over really quickly and sort of like lift her head out of the water, and he would sort of like close his eyes intently and mutter a prayer and just heal her with his healing pool for 5 right now.
Okay, so
back to consciousness.
You bring Isolda back to consciousness. She is at 1 point of exhaustion.
Isolda, the first thing you see is DeMarcus still looking absolutely furious about everything.
What a soft moment. Yeah, she'll get to her feet. Maybe steady herself on the giant wolf for a second. And she's just gonna look around and see who else is hurt. Yeah. She'll use Preserve Life to split the... Well... She'll motion for everyone to gather around.
What's that spell?
Before she casts it, it was going to be her Preserve Life class ability, but she's going to ask everyone if they want to take a moment to rest instead.
Please.
There is a risk that we could still be ambushed while we are resting.
Roll for initiative.
What?
As you huddle around...
Are you serious?
The sound of scuttling crabs can be heard in the hallway, and they start heading straight for you.
How long, did all this happen over?
So the fight took place, and at one point the huge crab put out a distress call, and the other crabs were walking at a undisclosed pace towards you. And I just mapped it out based on character actions. So
yeah. So I only asked because I don't think seeing Isolda hit the ground, Damon would have just released haste.
No, I don't think you're done being hasted. I think you're still hasted.
Okay.
It was still
I just
too
don't
quickly.
I don't know if I should mark away 3 or 4 turns of it though.
Yeah, I would say
20
mark 2 turns of it.
Okay.
Because that's how far away.
I still cast Preserve Life.
How much time does that take?
An action.
If you
action.
beat them on initiative, yeah.
Did not.
Okay.
No, they rolled shit though.
Now the shit is Isolda.
Rude.
Come on, Wolf, roll.
So, I'm not sure how to do this. I think they would technically still have a surprise round on you because you were not looking for them. Nobody said that they were gonna stand up and Fortify.
Accurate.
So.
When you say them, I only see one.
Oh yeah, sorry. Spoilers.
Huh.
Around the corner skitters this boy. Who approaches Johoff. And is going to attack him. And hits. Damon. I'll say because you have haste. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to give them that one attack, and then I'm going to take it back to the top of the round. I'll just put them sort of in this order here. Like that. And I'm going to put it back to the top of the round. DeMarcus, you could probably react. As soon as the first one emerges, you guys would be responding. So, DeMarcus, you're up.
Okay. You mean normal turn, not a reaction?
Yeah, normal turn.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I guess, yeah, I'm just gonna have to start swinging at stuff here. So I'm going to first... 3... Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack this one with a big swing. Okay, I will attack it with a regular swing. And then I'm gonna put a smite on that. A second level smite.
Nice. Ooh, terrible roll for that smite. Fuck.
Yeah, smite. So I think I should stay where I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay there. Go ahead.
All right. Very well. Taryn, you're up.
Alright, I will step forward too. Use my breast weapon.
Nice.
On these two guys. Hopefully I've got it angled right to get them. Yep.
Yeah, you breathe intense cold damage and poison damage into them, and they don't seem super affected by the cold damage, but the poison works.
Are they too big to be like knocked over?
No, I'll say because they're only one size bigger than you, they can still make the DC save. So what did we say? It was a Constitution?
Yeah, they both failed their save.
Oh, then yeah, I'll say they at least get knocked back, and we'll say prone.
Awesome. Then I will just kind of step back over there.
Okay. So next is this crab that came running in first. He's going to attack Johoff again with this one claw, and then at Terran with his second claw.
Am I grappled, John?
You are indeed grappled, yeah. And then it is Damon's turn.
Yeah, Damon's just going to step up this way through all these guys, and then he's going to just start swinging at the giant ice crab. And again. Holy cow.
Oof.
Yep. That's it.
Okay, Johoff, you are grappled in the pincer of a giant ice crab.
I think, I'm gonna try something new, and I'm gonna punch him.
Oh,
Ooh,
go on.
Cool.
Damn.
Punch, punch, punch. Yeah, you while you're being held in its pincer, are like just pummeling its face and like breaking all of this like carapace around its like mouth and area, and it's just like shooting blood and crab parts everywhere.
Crab parts.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. It is now this crab's turn, who is going to use 15 or half of its movement to do that, and then the other half to skitter along this side of the wall here to bite at Terran, who just knocked him over. And he swings and misses, and he swings a second time, hitting, grappling Terran with his claw. Missile, you just watched Terran get snagged by this giant ice crab.
Yeah. Missile is going to go, I'm a coward! And run over here.
Are you disengaging?
I mean,
Does he
isn't
still have freedom of movement?
I do still have freedom
Yeah,
of movement.
I'll say you definitely have that stuff.
Woo! Okay.
But does that
So-
require, do you still get free disengage, or how's that work?
I don't know how it works. It says...
I think you ever get free disengage.
No, it doesn't say that. My movement is unaffected by difficult terrain. Spells and other magical effects don't reduce my speed and can't paralyze or restrain me.
Oh, for
You'll
the
still be
record,
attacked, though.
if you guys don't know about this feature, now in Foundry you can right-click anything in the chat and pop it out, and so you can hold on to it to read for later.
Nice. I can't spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints, so can I just move back 5 feet and we'll say I...
No, that's not a restraint. It's about avoiding an attack of opportunity.
Well, shit. Hell, I'm a coward after all, so I'm gonna use disengage to run away.
Okay.
And then as a genuine sign of cowardice, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Is that a bonus action?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Let me target myself, and bam. Oh, I don't know why I rolled.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Any creature. Okay, yeah. So they have to make a save to see if they can attack you. Very well. Okay, that's your turn. This crab stands up, rushes towards Damon, and he's the only person he can reach, so he's going to claw. Missing. And the second one hits. Do you shield it?
Yes, I will.
Okay, so I will undo that damage. And so he pincers at you and tries to grab around you, and the magical aura around you like deflects it like a force field, and he isn't able to grasp around you. Bosner, you are up.
Okay. I guess as I could move it 30 feet. Well, as a giant wolf, I will attack that crab down there. Let me just move you down, wolf. And I didn't want to go that far. Attack this crab. I get to bite him.
There it is.
There we go.
Yep.
And then I will move that flaming sphere to the crab by Johoff and slam it into that. Because I think that's a wall.
I would say
crab
that you would be slamming it into Johoff and the ice crab, because they occupy the same
No.
space right now. Yeah.
Johoff's
Johoff's into that shit.
Johoff, he seems to be into it, so
Yeah, I will move
I'll move it.
So Johoff, roll a dex saving throw. The crab fails his. Johoff succeeds his.
Yep. Okay. 4 fire.
All right.
I take 0 damage because being a monk.
Yeah. So
Monk shit.
Johoff somehow ducks out of the way of the flaming sphere as it slams into the giant ice crab that's holding him. Very well.
Hey, Gare, can you go take care of the puppy?
I guess I can.
Isolde, it is your turn.
Alright. I am going to use the Preserve Life ability on myself and Johoff. So how many hit points would it take to get you to half health, Johoff?
Let's see here. It would be 15? You doing my math
Okay.
right?
15. Okay, so I will spend 15 on you. And I will spend 28 on myself, so that's 43. And then I'll give 2 to Taryn. That's what I
Thank
got
you.
left.
A little bit helps.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us. Mass Healing Word.
Boom!
Nice.
Everybody get some
And
healing.
it's plus an additional 5. And I also get a kickback of 5.
Wait,
Oh,
why
so
is
we should
it
add-
plus 5?
So it's my roll plus my wisdom modifier.
Yeah, so that's plus 4.
Which I don't know why that's 4. It should be 5, but that's fine. I think I took my Ion Stone off.
Oh, yeah.
And then the Blessed Healer ability is 2 plus the spell's level in additional healing.
Got it. So everybody gets a 5 on top of that.
Nice. I'm less a coward now, Isolde.
Yeah. That was very effective. DeMarcus, it is your turn.
I'm gonna hit that crab with my hammer. Yeah.
Yeah. You hit it hard.
And I'm gonna put another second level smite on it.
Very well.
Because I really, really want to kill it.
Yeah, you, the holy energy on your maul is able to break through its, like, the center mass of its shell, and it just, like, collapses into a heap of crab guts, setting Johoff free, who lands gracefully in a puddle of water.
And fire.
Yeah,
And
within
fire.
a sphere of fire.
In a sphere of fire, into water. We'll say he's like ducked under the sphere.
Like Spider-Man.
Are
Yeah.
you using your bonus action to attack another thing because you killed something?
Correct.
Very good.
You, sir, have guessed my intentions exactly. We'll try a big swing.
Yeah.
Every time. All right.
I think you still have another attack, right? You did one attack, then smited it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I do. Yeah. All right. Well, big swing didn't work out. Sorry, I'm confusing myself.
Yeah, no worries. So, yeah, you smash into this ice crab, and it is hurt.
I'm going to do a 3rd level smite on it because I'm really tired of crabs.
Wow. Yeah. You fuck up that crab.
Alright, that's all I got.
Taryn, it is your turn.
Alright, so I'm being grappled right now, right?
Correct, yeah.
Well, we're going to start this off with a nice little Misty Step. And Misty Step right over here.
Nice.
So, and then gonna follow it up with a Chill Touch cantrip.
And it crits.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah. Your icy necrotic damage, like, causes, like, one of the arms of this thing to, like, shrivel up and become, like, weaker. And,
Sweet.
Damon, it is your turn.
I'm gonna swing at this one that Demarcus just swung at. And as part of that action, if it hits, I'll probably green flame blade to the other guy.
Oh!
Oh,
Damn.
Cool. Cool.
Technically, you do have to declare green flame blade ahead of time, because it's a little bit, just because of how it works.
Oh, okay.
But, that's fine.
That's fine.
If you want to green flame blade it, the other one, I'll allow it. It's
Okay. Alright, I'll see what it...
Yeah, it just hits, I think.
Oh.
So,
Oh, yeah.
what's the damage? It's
I think it's just
1d8
2d8.
Yeah, at 5th level it does an additional. So 2d8 plus your spell casting. So is your int 18?
Yeah. So, 4.
Nice, yep.
Cool.
Yeah, so the fire
And then-
isn't super effective, but it still is somewhat effective.
And then I'll just try and
Actually-
finish this guy.
Actually, oops, no,
Finish
it
this
is
guy off.
effective.
Yeah. Whoa. Can't win them all.
Very well. Nice.
That is my turn.
Yeah, Johoff, you hit the ground and are dodging underneath a flaming sphere from Vosner. The crab in front of you is dead. The other two are very injured.
Yeah. Whoops. Just targeted myself. Can I, like, run up over its corpse to the other one?
Absolutely.
Alright.
I'll even move it out of the way for you.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, and with that second hit, you bring it down.
Alright. And then I flurry of blows. Okay. Run over here to this guy. Take 2 more punchy punch. Ah, you hate to see that on the last one.
Yeah, it's still up.
And then I'm gonna move. Well, I guess I don't want to move back into the fire. I'll move over. Like,
Okay. So you kind of like do a running up the wall, killing one crab and then landing, punching another one, and then you like duck through Damon and DeMarcus on your way out. This crab, kind of back against the wall, turns to this wolf in front of him and claws desperately, attacking a second time. Both hitting, sort of drawing blood from Vosner's great wolf form, but not able to grapple him because he's too big. And it is Missile's turn.
Yeah. I'm going to fire off a firebolt cantrip.
It hits, and
Nice.
it's not dead. It's very low.
It should ignore any damage plus the arcane, or any resistance rather, plus the arcane firearm. I don't know if that
Oh,
changes.
yeah, actually, yeah, it is enough. And you pull out your gun and shoot it dead.
Then I quickly hobble over to Morty and scoop up his remnants into my bag.
Yeah, and the combat is over. And you find
don't believe it.
yourselves standing in a pool of clear water that's flowing through the room, and it grows silent in here as a number of giant ice crabs sit, steam sort of coming off of their bodies as like the fire that you use to vanquish all of them kind of burns out inside of them, and it smells like cooked crab.
Shake the water out of my boots.
Can I investigate the huge ice crab? Just, like, I know it's unlikely that a huge ice crab would have any sort of, like, information on it about what lies ahead in these ruins, but could I do it anyways?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah,
While he's
Well,
doing
I'm not gonna
that,
find anything.
I'm kind of posting up by this entrance area in case something else comes.
Okay. So, as you're investigating it, you just get the feeling that this is a very ancient, sort of like patriarch crab, the head of the small little sort of crab cluster.
Got it.
An alpha crab, if you will.
Got it. Alright.
But you can admire as a scientist type, it's like very impressive, exoskeleton, which is both resistant to fire and cold, which is a very strange thing to occur in nature.
Interesting. No match for my fire, of course.
You say to yourself.
Yes, well.
Just inspecting it.
Oi, if we're gonna rest here for a little while, might I recommend us pushing some of these bodies into at least 2 of the tunnels, so we can limit the amount of places where things can come out of.
A remarkable display of brilliance, Johaf. Yes, do let's. And then Missile, like, helplessly pushes against the huge ice crab as it doesn't move.
Yeah, it literally
Form
doesn't move
a-
at all.
Little barrier underneath the huge ice crab with the other bodies.
Where do you move 'em?
Just like a barrier from the huge ice crab down to that lower part of the pool of water, so that the only entrance and exit is the northern.
Can you
right
draw
side
it
one.
with the tool so I can see where the barrier is?
Oh boy.
Something like that.
Did my tool show up or no?
It was very faint. Okay. So you want something like this?
Yeah, how tall is the ceiling? I mean, can we...
The ceiling
make
is
an-
like 15 feet, 20 feet tall. In the center of this room, maybe 30 feet tall.
So the question, I guess, is whether we can make an effective barrier across the room, or whether we need to push those things into, like, the tunnel entrances to try to block them.
Ew.
It seems for the barrier to be effective, we would be best served to close off one entrance.
Yeah, I guess we could just like really, really close off just the lower entrance. This one right here, where we've already been.
So I'll just say you guys take, 5 minutes to jam a bunch of crab bodies in this hole here, sort of piling them up until nothing can really get through. You do notice that the water starts to pile up a little bit as you've kind of dammed it, but it's getting through enough that it's not like flooding the room.
Nice.
Interesting.
Vosner will sneak some of the meat while he's in his giant wolf form to see if he can heal any of his wolf points.
I mean, you can eat the meat, but it's not going to directly heal you.
He'll eat some meat regardless.
Yeah. Though you can, take a short rest or whatever you want to do. It's up to you as well.
Yeah. I think that's the plan.
Short rest.
sounds good.
Before we do, Demarcus is like intently trying to like perceive down this hallway, like try to hear stuff and like gauge if he can hear anything of like movement or like how far it seems to be, like listen to the sound and try to get an idea of like what's down there.
You only hear the sound of running water. I'm just gonna, sorry,
Okay.
I even said it before you rolled, but
Yeah,
you barely hear the sound of running water with a roll like 6.
okay.
I guess our most perceptive people should be posted up.
Satisfied, Demarcus will now take a short rest.
Okay.
How many? I get 10d, 10 plus 20.
Just remember that you're not going to regain all of these when you sleep. So
With
Yeah, you only get half of them.
With this short rest, Damon is also going to use his wizard feature to recover spell slots.
Very well.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Do you have that as a artificer?
No, I wish. I don't think so. I haven't come across it.
Maybe you take a level in wizard next. Or 2.
Tempting.
Look at all these fucking hit die being rolled.
It's like the second time this
Overall.
campaign.
I know. But I'm trying to get better at putting you guys in dungeon situations. So
That's
hopefully you'll have more reason to, you know, like save your spell slots and you know, use your hit die and things like that. Resource management.
heck yeah.
Okay.
I guess while we're resting, she would ask, do we want to follow the water and see where it is coming from, or head north out of this area?
Vosner's gonna, while we're resting, he's gonna stay in his wolf form and sort of be on lookout.
Demarcus is reading his book, and he's generally non-responsive.
Is there any indication which path is more likely to lead to more of these giant crabs?
Not in particular.
I see. Then perhaps let's follow the water north. It seems that's more likely to lead to a centralized chamber.
Very smart.
Too smart.
He's coming for my job. Alright. Is everybody ready to roll out?
Yeah, let's do this.
That's pretty funny.
Warm
For like
up.
one session, Damon was like the smartest character in the group, and then E died, and we brought him. Really stepped on Damon's toes.
Zelda's gonna insist that Damon goes in the front.
So did you scoop up Morty's remains, basically?
Yeah, and I think it's after a long rest I can create a new one, so
That sounds
I'll have to
right.
wait for that.
So is Vosner remaining in Great Wolf form?
He is.
Okay. I don't know. Do you have vision on that token? Like,
Let me see.
can you move it around and like? See?
I can move it around. I don't have vision though.
Okay, let me give you vision with it.
Yeah, because I have better. Well, with keen senses, I can hear and smell.
Fuck, I
So
don't have anything
I'll-
written in for vision on this.
I mean, I can move my regular token around, but we'll just make a note that I'm a wolf.
No,
If that makes it
I'll give
simple.
your wolf vision, and then let's see. If I delete Vosner from the thing, can you see? Okay.
Yeah, I can see.
All right. So you are now your token, and if shit
Nice.
goes wrong, we'll see what happens. But okay. Damon does have light, or his sword is lit, and light is still cast on Terran's wand, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Does a wolf have dark vision?
feel free to explore. You guys spent, by the way, that hour sort of just sitting in that room, relaxing, eating some crab meat, I guess, and there was nothing came and attacked you or anything. As you walk into this room, the sound of running water is a little bit louder, coming from the north this way, and you can kind of hear it.
I think, like, at the center of this room, Damon would pause for just a second to look around if there's anything that seems important or catches his eye.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
I'll help if necessary with Flash of Genius. Yeah, let me do that. Da-da-da. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So that should add 6.
So, with a 17, Missile and Damon investigate the room, essentially, and don't notice anything of note. You do see, like, scrape marks from where crabs have traversed this ground, and let's see. Nothing else of note.
Does Vosner perceive anything? I'm kind of... Okay, you unpause the game, cool. Bring my guy up here. Cool. Do I smell anything? As if there were enemies coming?
You only really smell the smell of cooked crab, and there's really not much else in terms of odor here. Let's say...
Or could I hear anything?
Yeah, just the sound, the sound of running water, sort of, and the waves outside as they kind of smash against the island, and the echo through the tunnels. That's basically all you're getting in terms of sound.
Okay. Sounds good.
To see to this crossroads.
As
Yes, we go
you
north.
enter this crossroads, you see the water flowing down from this room and then coming down this way from where you came before.
What are
We
these
wanna-
planks?
Yeah, these are planks that you can use to cross without getting your feet stuck in the water.
Do we want to continue following it to its source?
Let us
so.
send more to you. Oh,
Oh.
Damon looks to see if Missile seems genuinely sad about that.
he seems like disappointed, but not because of any emotional attachment, just because he's under-resourced.
Okay.
So like more frustrated than anything else.
Yeah,
More of a
that's him.
humph than an all.
It's just like so sad. Like Damon's like, oh, he actually cares. No.
No, he doesn't.
You walk into this large chamber, and you see immediately to your left there are a number of places where water is pouring down, like it's melting from above and dropping into this chamber, and it's actually it's quite louder in here, as it's the sound of running water splashing on the ground. At the base of these basins are plants that have kind of grown up, but are now completely frozen over as the weather has turned. Hold on. So as you look around the room, you see to the top right another room where water, like where there's obviously like a hole in the ceiling, so much that there's light coming through it, and you see the water still coming in from up north here. But one second.
Uh-oh.
Isolde, I think you were here. I think Taryn, how did you walk into the room?
He's probably something around here. Like he kind of veered to the left.
So you came in this way, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
There.
So...
Nope. Still paused out.
Oh,
I refuse to roll for initiative.
yeah, that's fine. You don't have to roll. You don't have to actually have to fight. So what happens is, as Damon walks out into the center of this room, he finds himself standing on a smooth, like, alabaster stone. Is alabaster white? That's what I'm imagining in my head.
So, yeah.
It's like almost like a marble. Like, it's this beautiful stone that looks kind of out of place from the rest of it. Perfectly clean with a very thin layer of water that's just kind of resting on the top, but not frozen. And as he kind of looks down to inspect it, he sees kind of like a swirling formation coming out of the stone, and all of a sudden a tentacle comes flying out of it, striking him. And we're gonna roll for initiative.
Like out of the stone, like.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Not like out of the water by the stone, but out of the stone.
Out, literally out of the stone.
Right on.
And everybody who's in the area sees as the stone, as tentacles fly out of the stone and at each one of them.
Oh shit.
Oh man, a giant gelatinous cube.
What?
Classic.
Cube of Jello.
This is where we TPK, you guys.
And it
Not bad.
swings at all of you,
Holy shit.
lashing out with its pseudopods.
Am I able to react?
Yes, you can react if you'd like to shield that.
Yeah, I will.
TPK asterisk Damon.
Slash Fosner, because I'm pretty big.
I don't know if you need to be able to see yourself, sorry. If that helps. Actually, yeah, I'll undo the damage that was done to you, sorry.
I can add it back. It was 30. Oh, okay. Word.
Yep, yeah.
Has
'cause you were
Isolde
full.
ever seen anything like that?
No. I would say none of you have ever seen a gelatinous cube. So what happens is the floor, which was solid, gives out, and everybody who was kind of like touching it or near it, a large pseudopod comes flying out and strikes you. And now combat starts. And Johoff, it is your turn.
I can't see the cube in the combat order. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
supposed
yeah,
to be that
sorry.
way. Okay. That's a terrifying name.
No, you're good, you're good. Ah, too exciting. There we go, that's kind of cool.
There it is.
Jesus.
And, yeah, Johoff, your go. Johoff here?
Sorry about that. Can I hit it from just where I'm standing?
Yeah, it's so large, it's sort of like bubbling out of the water, and now it's filling this large space, in which Damon is like kind of suspended.
Lovely. Alright, well, we'll just give her a punchy punch. By the way, oh, never mind. Okay, yep. What could go wrong?
Oh, let me show you its HP.
Did I get it? Is it almost dead?
It
You made some
is
good progress.
hurt. Yeah, you heard it. God damn.
And then I'm gonna move back a smidge.
Yeah.
If it wants to come get me, it's gonna have to get some attacks of opportunity on it.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna say is that as you're punching into it, you feel your hands getting covered in this weird goop that tingles, but it doesn't seem to have any noticeable effect on you. And oh, sorry. Any creature that starts its turn in the White Maw's space is targeted by a pseudopod, so you are getting attacked. Oh shit. Okay. So as soon as Johaf goes, he gets struck by a large tentacle. I'm gonna say that you. Fuck no, you didn't get the punch yet.
Engage action.
No. It strikes you at the beginning of your turn if you're next to
the
it.
beginning. I see. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to undo the damage you did. Okay. So instead, Johaf, immediately starting his turn, goes to strike it and is like hit in the face before he could see what's coming by a tentacle that knocks him out.
This isn't good.
Bosner.
Wait, did you just go down?
Yes.
I can't see anyone's health bar. I just see Damon.
Yeah,
and
Joe, I'm unconscious.
You
Okay.
can't see him because you're not in the room. You couldn't see how they're doing.
Okay. And DeMarcus is in front of me, it looks like.
Yes.
Alright. Well, the wolf will come, then bite at the cube.
Got it.
And since we got some people in melee range, I can do this. Bite. I have to target something first. There you go.
Yeah. You bite at the sorry, you bite at it and try to take it prone, but it's impossible given its size and construction. But you rip off a chunk of its gelatinous cubeness.
Nice. Is there a way that I can get advantage on these rolls?
I think you have to hold shift or control or something when you click it. I can't remember. Maybe it's
Okay.
hold.
Alright.
But you did hit, so
Yeah.
if you want to roll a
Alright.
d20 to see if it's a critical hit, you can, and if it's a 20, I'll change the damage.
Okay.
Hey!
Hey,
What do you know?
speaking of,
So I guess let me undo that 19 damage, but I'll keep the other damage. Oh, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
There's 24 if that helps.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah, so you bite out at this giant cube and rip off a hunk of it, critically injuring it. And it's still not going to get knocked prone, though. Missile,
Yeah.
you are up. At the start of your turn, a pseudopod comes hurtling at you. And knocks you unconscious.
Jesus.
Oh wait,
Right.
never mind, I can't do anything. Okay.
Pretty well.
DeMarcus, the start of your turn.
Am I gonna get it?
It strikes out at you, but it does not knock you unconscious. Look at that roll. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Did I just hurt you more? You should be at 26. Yeah, you are. Oh my god, it rolled 48 plus 2d8, and it rolled 5 ones. Alright.
good.
Yep.
Yeah,
DeMarcus.
for real.
Just seeing the total wreckage here, and if I would still get. Yeah, it would still hit me if I moved away. So, yeah, I was really.
Here's what I will tell you guys, because I don't want this to be a complete party wipe, and because of the way that this creature is worded that makes it weird. As far as I can tell, and I've been like scouring over this stat block, the way it does damage is by occupying the same square as you, and you might notice that starting your turn standing in it is what's causing you to get hurt. So getting people away from it will probably not get attacks of opportunity from you, like, if that makes any sense. Like, it doesn't seem to be striking you as much as it seems to be hitting you as far as you are in its space.
Yeah, so it almost seems like it's like a stationary thing, basically.
Or
and it can only
like it can only hurt you if you're standing in it. Think of like the sphere thing, if you start your turn in it. So I just wanted to like lay that out because I wasn't narrativizing it clearly, and because we're looking at a potential party wipe here.
Thanks.
So, I think I'm going to, as a bonus action, do, well, as a first action, I'm going to haste myself. And as a bonus action, well, I don't have to do that. I'm going to take my second action from haste then to disengage, move away.
Okay. You still, well, I'm just telling you this to give you some, I'm basically cheating for you guys. You don't need to disengage from this creature, because it does not attack by making attack commands. It attacks by, if you start your turn in its square, it hurts you.
Yeah, right.
So you already took the damage for starting your turn in a square.
Okay. Alright, okay. So in that case, I'll use my I'll use my bonus action then to do a Vow of Enmity on it, so I get advantage on attack rolls against it. And then I'm going to use my second action, my hasted action, to do a big swing on it.
Okay. Yeah, you bring down your maul into it, and you hit it hard.
I'm going to put a first level Divine Smite on that, and I think that's probably all that I can possibly do except move away.
Yeah, so
Got it.
Smart. Isolde, at the start of your turn, you are attacked by a pseudopod, knocking you unconscious. Taryn,
Okay.
at the start of your turn,
Alright, let's do this.
you
Holy
dodge
shit.
out of the way of the pseudopod attack.
Alright, I'm gonna back into this corner. Select a target. And then I'm going to cast Blight, but I'm going to upcast it at 5th level. And I don't think I can do this on Foundry, but I'm going to burn 2 or 3 sorcerer points and impose disadvantage on the guy.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to do that manually, but...
Yeah, so I will roll its Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
And it fails that second throw. So
it needs to take the full 35.
Okay. Okay. Is that your turn?
That'll be it.
Okay. It is going to move to here, and that is its turn. Damon. There you are. Sorry, I had to target you. It strikes you at the beginning of your turn and misses. Do you need me to move the thing so you can see your character?
I don't think so. I can. Yeah, I think I'm good. Can I tell him is my movement restricted at all? Or am I?
I will
free to
say that you're at half movement.
Okay. Then I will cast haste on myself. So that I can try to, walk up and pick up Isolde.
Okay.
And then try and get us out of this creature's space.
Okay, so haste gives you double movement speed, which puts you at 60, and then you're carrying Isolde, and I will say, yeah, you get to pull her out into that hallway.
Okay, I would probably try and even pass her to Demarcus if I can.
Okay. Very well. And yeah, that's your movement, and I'm gonna say your action to drag somebody, since it's a grapple.
Yeah.
But you
so
are hasted. Oh, but you used haste. You cast your action to do the haste thing. So I'll count that grapple as your action. But you have a bonus action, I'd say.
Yeah. I think I would just be. Actually, I think. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. At the start of Johoff's turn, make a death saving throw.
Sorry, John. Is that somewhere new in the sheet?
There is a
It's under attributes.
Yep.
You succeed your death saving throw, and then the pseudopod attacks you, hitting you, which automatically fails 2 death saving throws.
We gotta get Johoff out next turn.
So that is Johoff's turn. Bosner, you are also hit by the pseudopod, and it is now your turn.
Sweet. I guess I'll run and try and grab Johoff. Well, how much movement do I have? I have 50 feet of movement.
Yeah. So you can run in, grapple Johoff. Let's see. Let's measure this shit. Yeah, it'd be 15, so that's 30 of your movement speed. So yeah, you could grapple him and pull him into this corner, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. So, run.
Yeah, and I'll say you pull Johoff to here.
Yep.
I am gonna fuck. You are a wolf, so you're doing that with your mouth. I'm not gonna say that it does damage, though. It probably would make sense that you're dragging a corpse through goop with a mouth. Anyways.
I grab him by the belt.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You grab him by his belt and carry him into that corner. Missile, at the start of your turn, roll a death saving throw.
Okay.
If you fail, you're done.
Oh my god.
See, I came here in order to live forever by installing a construct with my own soul. But I'll just die here. That's fine.
The pseudopod strikes you, and that kills you.
Holy shit! He's dead?
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Missile has died.
Oh my god.
DeMarcus, it is your turn.
I do have another character.
Oh man, and I don't know anything that's going on out there other than I can just assume the worst.
You should.
Right. This is bad. It's pretty bad. Well, I mean, I did see a wolf just run out there.
Yeah, you did just also see Damon drag Isolda's unconscious body in front of you.
Oh yeah. Here.
Getting our healer back up might be a good thing.
Oh, that's cute.
Nah.
Do that. We all know who the real healer is here, guys. Stand back, everybody. Watch this. Yeah, so I'm gonna heal Isolda for. Let's see, that takes an action, so I'll heal Isolda for. What do I have left? Where am I? Okay. I'll heal her for 35.
Jesus.
5.
Okay.
And that's one action, so I still have action from haste to attack. Let's see. Actually, does it work like this, John? I'm sorry, I haven't used haste enough, but with that extra action that haste gives me, I can't attack twice.
It's
right?
only
I can
one
only attack once.
Yeah, that's the limitation that says in the
But
spell.
can I just cheat and flip it and just say, with my extra hasted action, I heal Izzy, and then I use my regular attack?
No,
Okay.
because the extra action can't be used for spells.
Check. Okay, cool. Well, I will. Jesus. So, like, as I move, does it look like I can like move through its space like this?
Yeah, just like that.
It's okay, yeah. So I move through its space, and I see Tyrion in the corner over there. And as I'm here next to it, I'm going to attack it once with the biggest swing, and I have advantage on it. Let's see, do you want me to see if I can crit it or not?
Just roll a 1d20 and let me, and if it's a 20, I'll double the damage.
Let's see. What's the code for it again? I'm totally blanking on it.
Slash roll space 1d20.
Gotcha. Okay. And then fuck, I still can't see anything that's happening. I'm gonna use. I think that Tyrion is up.
Yeah, I think that's your. I guess you have a bonus action. You've used your action to heal. You used your other action to attack. You still have movement, but other than that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna move. Oh my god, I can't fucking. I'm like running and trying to just see where everyone's at. So I guess I would just kind of like bottom out over here and hide and try to figure out where the fuck people are so I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isolda, you.
Oh, sorry, John. I wanted to put a second level smite on that too. I'll do it, but you can proceed. Go ahead.
Where are you at for spell slots? You've been doing a lot of smites.
You can track. I think I have 1 second left. If I don't have a second, I've got first ones that I'm gonna use.
Okay.
I've got 1 second left because I've only used 2 second level.
Okay. Isolda, you are now at 2 levels of exhaustion. Oh, speaking of, I need to go back and do everybody's exhaustion.
That means my speed is halved?
Correct.
Alrighty. Okay, I'm gonna move up this. Oop, collides with at least one wall. Yeah, I can't really see anything. Yeah, if I can't see the corner beyond missile, I assume Isolda can't either.
Yeah. Correct.
Oh no.
Yeah, nobody with light is in the room.
Yep.
I can smell where people are.
Alright, I'm gonna inflict wounds on this thing.
Got it.
Well, Terran's in the room, isn't he?
I can see
Yeah, but I'm
Terran.
in the corner, so I'm not giving good lighting.
Oh, so Isolde, you were prone, so I will say that if you used half your movement to get up, you could move and do the inflict wounds, but you're not going to have enough movement to leave the square.
Yeah, I'm not into that game. Can I attack it from here though, or I have to step up one more?
Well, if you're going to inflict wounds on it, you have to be within its range.
Alright, so I will step up. And inflict wounds.
Yeah. You
And
as you inject
Step back.
like the necrotic damage into that giant gelatinous cube, you see like dark ripples go through it as like it's almost like necrotic poison pours into its kind of like white solid ice exterior.
Dope.
And
Alright, I'm gonna step back.
you can't step back that far though, because you were here and then
One.
you used 15 and you're at half movement, so well, I guess 5. Yeah,
Stepped up 5 and I'll go back 5.
Okay. Technically, you only have 7.5 movement left, but that's fine. Okay. So, Terran, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna step over here, seeing everything go disastrously wrong. I'm gonna shout, "Hey, over here!" I'm trying to get it away from my people. And then I'm gonna cast Blight again, because what the hell else am I gonna do?
And it fails. And as you hit it with all of that necrotic damage, it dissolves. And the combat ends.
Holy shit.
You guys, if it had one more turn, it would have just sat on top of somebody else. So that was pretty crazy. And dissolving into the water, flowing out of the room as it kind of like gushes over everything, you find the corpse of one Missile Ludovic.
We need to get Johoff healed really quick.
And oh shit, yeah, Johoff needs to...
Bowser will drop his form and do a healing word.
Yeah,
Healing
but
word prepared.
what was the turn order? Does he need to roll before anybody else gets a turn? Fuck. I don't know what the turn order was.
It was
Uh,
Joe Hoff.
Go off with first.
Joe Hoff was
Damon
first,
still
and then it
hadn't.
was me.
Damon still hadn't taken like his upcoming turn. So I don't know if there's any way that he could run over and try and do any sort of stabilization.
Well, yeah, the question is, after the Maw, who goes next?
Yeah. There was
Oh.
another one of us between me and Johoff in the turn order, because
It was me.
It
Okay.
was Vosner, 100%?
Yeah.
All right.
100%. I rolled a 20.
Okay.
Or
If it
19.
was you, then, and Johoff rolled lower than that? I guess I could just look up at the initiative.
It was... Joe Hoff was at the very top of the order, right?
Yeah, then that
There
would
was
mean
somebody
he
Then it
goes
who was-
first.
me.
there was someone after me.
Yeah, it
But-
was Damon, because Damon was after, like at the bottom, after the mob.
Yeah, like the person at the bottom would be the person left.
Yeah, I'm scrolling down to that initiative. After a million hit die. Okay, Johoff had critical initiative, so he was first. DeMarcus was 19, Missile was 20, Great Maw was 10, DeMarcus was 19, and Isolde was 17, Terran was 15, Damon was 8. So yeah, it was going to be Damon followed by Joe. So
Yeah.
if Damon would have known to rush in and put like a healing potion in Johoff, I guess that's a question narratively.
Yeah.
Did
so
you know?
Damon was going to rush in because like that was his like goal at that point was get as many people away as he could. But Damon has no healing items or healing powers to his credit at this point, so it would have to just be like, I don't know, some kind of medicine check or something like that.
I don't think Damon would know enough medical stuff.
That checks out.
Yeah.
And so it's still a 50-50, Johoff rolling a death save.
Yeah, let's just do it. All this talking about it is too much. I just want to get it over with.
You have 2 saves, though, don't you? Oh, no.
No,
he
got
lost
hit.
to
No.
for being.
Johoff saves his death saving throw and is still
You can rally.
unconscious. And the next person to go after him would have been Vosner, I believe.
Yeah. Drop the form and do a healing word.
Got it. Johoff, you are stabilized and alive. And unconscious. Or, sorry, not unconscious, and exhausted.
Do you still have a spell slot, Isolde, to...
Oh, yeah. She was on her way over there. I wasn't sure if we were still doing turn order or not.
Yeah. I can't target him as a wolf. You have to put my token back on, I guess.
Oh. Yeah, give me a second.
There we go.
You bring Johoff back to life. And Isolde. Are you going to cast what? Are you casting a missile?
I'm gonna cast Revivify.
I mean, he has been shady lately.
Yeah, it's been shady lately. But,
Who hasn't been shady lately?
So, this is the new thing. So, Laurel and I were talking about ways to increase the chance. Laurel, do you remember what we landed on?
I think what it was once I tried Revivify and it failed, I could try Raise Dead, but the DC was going to be higher.
I think we changed it from that. I think we talked about a few things. So, let me pull open our conversation from a million years ago.
How does it feel to be dead again, Dylan?
I'm used to it.
You know, it always seems to be like one player that like their characters always die.
You know, I don't think I can attribute this to a reckless playstyle, though. That was just that was unfortunate.
Rough.
No, that was just bad luck.
That was a good trap. Whoever
Nah,
thought
dude,
that
it was-
trap was awesome.
It was totally reckless to be in range of the White Maw.
What were you thinking?
I couldn't know.
I'm a coward!
No, if we hadn't taken the short rest, I still would have had Sanctuary on myself, so that could have helped. Damn.
Damn.
It's alright. I got another character or two in mind, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh man. I hope they get steadily more ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, we're exploring aspects of my subconscious together, so.
That's good.
D&D.
Every character, we just peel back one more layer down into the depths.
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride so far.
Okay.
Props to Damon for pulling Izzy out of that thing. We'd be dealing with a lot of deaths and no healer at this point.
Could be
Yeah.
down 3 instead of
Right.
maybe 1.
1/2, yeah.
Let's not forget to pour one out for Morty.
Oh,
Yeah.
Morty.
For real.
So
if we
you
had Morty, it
gathering
would be different.
who I think has killed more giants himself or itself than the rest of the party combined.
True.
That seems right.
Okay. So, how's this for a fair system? What level was Missile when he joined the group?
7? Or was it 9? I don't think we've leveled up since.
No.
Because I had a head
We
start.
leveled up right when we got to town. Or
I
right
think
when you got to Luskin.
I think I started at 9 when the rest of the group was 8, but I started a level up to the rest of the group. So maybe it was 8, maybe it was 7, I don't know.
I think you started off at either 6 or 7.
Oh goodness.
Damon started at 7, if that gives any perspective.
Then you started at 7 as well.
I'll go with that. That sounds right.
So the way I'm gonna do this, because I tried to look at our previous conversation and I didn't really have anything worked out. It looks like the difference between resurrection is just on time. So if you found his body 2 days later, you would have to use raise dead versus this, which is more immediate, or whatever the time frame is for the body. So that's the only advantage you get from having higher level spells, is that you don't need to do it so rapidly, but you get to revivify in time. So the way I was going to change the DC was that the DC is easier to hit. Yeah, it's kind of hard to describe because it's not really a DC, but normally it's a 10 and below and they live, and how did I write that? It was 10 and below and you die.
You mean for the coin flip? Yeah.
Yeah.
10 and below you die. So I was going to adjust that by the number of levels you guys spent together, but that will change after you've done it once. So for example, because you guys have been with Missile for 2 levels, from 7, we'll say 3 levels, 7, 8, and 9, since you started like basically right then. The range is now a 7 and up is, a 8 and up is a success.
Okay.
So
On Revivify or on Raise Dead?
Revivify, or both. They're both the same DC.
Okay.
So if Isolde casts this and Missile rolls a d20 on a 8 or above, Missile comes back.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I'm just gonna pull him out of the water and kneel down and put the diamond on his chest. Oh, I can't move Missile up by me, but
Oh, sorry. Thanks.
and I'll cast Revivify and start praying to Ilmater.
All right. Let's see if the gods are on our side.
And
Yay.
Missile
Oh man.
gasps.
Am I a construct?
She's gonna like wipe some tears away and say, "No, but you're alive."
Good enough.
The music is perfect.
And I'll heal him for some HP.
And maybe we can do a short rest or something if you'd like, but maybe this is where we should call it for the session, since we're at a half hour. Though I guess we could, we still have some time if you guys, but Dylan said he needs to go soon, so.
Yeah, they're on their way home, so I'm gonna bail no matter what. But
Okay, so with Missile coming to consciousness and the rest of your group kind of standing around this room, witnessing the sort of like damage that was done, you guys find yourself in the center of a massive dungeon, stranded.
Jesus.
And that'll be the session.
Woo!
Well played.